Hello, what is up everybody? Welcome to another day StarCraft 2. Everything's going according to plan here. Absolutely lovely stuff so far. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? We got some pretty darn good StarCraft 2 in store for you guys today. Brought to you by a pretty cool game. Total War, of course. I don't know if you've ever heard about it, but pretty darn cool. Anyway, I'm pretty stoked about that, always, as always. Anyway, the people we're having on today, Hurricane, Solar, Cure, and Stats, of course. Some pretty big names, Absolutely love and adore always watching plays, most of these plays. Hurricane I don't get to see as much myself, but of course he always shows up in the GSL. Usually, anyway. And, yeah, hyped to see how well he does over here as well. I know he can beat some pretty big names, right? Already taking out Dong Raigu in a previous Super Series from the into the Alpha X Cup as well. I'm not sure if that is considered a cup. It's mostly like a Super Series, right? Little bit of an intermittent show match that occurs sometimes. Anyway, did I miss a sub somewhere that happened tonight? I don't even know, apparently. Huh, when did this happen? I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to change that. It's gonna go up by 1. Yeah, alright. We had a bit of a scramble here today, so the bots and stuff, we're working on it, guys. It's all getting fixed right now. You just saw this on Liquipedia, yeah, man. I mean, I'm pretty hyped for it as well. We're getting all the players together right now. We're starting off with Hurricane and his match, of course, right here. He was playing against... Who was he playing against again, first and foremost? It is Hurricane versus... Let me see if that bracket command is working right now. He's not playing against Solar, I believe. He's not playing against... Maybe he is, actually. Hurricane versus Cure. Okay, so he's up against Cure first. Alright. Alright. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's always a little bit early in the morning for me, these ones. But we'll get things started. And I'll try my best. I got a little bit of food in me. Got a smoothie with me as well, so... Hopefully that's going to provide me with some extra vitamins and energy overall to really wake myself up here. Rub the sand out of my eyes now and again. But we'll you know what, the excitement of StarCraft 2 especially with players like these, Hurricane and Cure, is going to be pretty darn big. I'm very interested in seeing the TVP between these two, actually. Hurricane and Cure. Let me tell you why a little bit here, because... Well, first and foremost, I feel like Cure is lacking a little bit right now in the TVP matchup. He's had a little bit of a dip after the 2-base timing attacks didn't quite work out as much anymore. That being said, he did beat Statso on September 1st, 2-0 in the Olimo League. But, I don't know. That doesn't necessarily... I mean, that's just a best of 3. It's just a single best of 3. He did beat Prince as well in a 3-1 fashion. We'll have to wait and see. How he does against somebody like Hurricane. Hurricane, of course, did manage to beat TY not that long ago. So that's something to take into account here as well. That was actually a best of 5, 3-0. That ended up being in TY. He's no slouch either. He's a completely different playstyle from Cure, I would say, though. That is a fair judgment to make. So seeing how these two clash up against one another, that's going to be an interesting one for sure. Especially in a best of 5 series right here. Should be providing us with some pretty good games. I wouldn't be surprised if Cure does bring out some of the 2-base timing attacks nonetheless. But, yeah, I mean... It's only going to reveal it to us as the games are going on, of course. But those are things to look out for, right? Those are definitely things to look out for. What is the next solution? What is the next solution for this? Um... Alright, we'll just have to wait and see. Sorry, a little bit of adminning going on as well. Gotta let them know I'm ready. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to rock and roll and lose my control of my bowels, as these matches are gonna be pretty darn sickening. I'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Guys! Just messing about with this stuff. Oh, man. Oh, man. Alright. I'm still tired. I'm kind of curious as well. Like, we should have a new little alert thing right now available. I haven't seen it go off just yet, but it's going to be interesting to see whether or not that is actually working. So if somebody follows us or something like that, if we are actually going to have that give a little bit of an alert in the middle there. It's going to be in the overall vibes of Total War 3 Kingdoms as well. So that it looked pretty cool, I have to say. It looked pretty cool. I mean, there's some pretty high production value from those guys. Some pretty high graphics art teams people on the job with that overall crew. So, you know, I'm not dissing the people that always help us. They provide excellent work. But they are not AAA title game graphic designers, you know? And the illustrations, in particular, perhaps. Alright. 4:10 starting. Oh, okay, so we're starting... Hey, there it is. Well, that is interesting. That was funny. Let me try it like this right here. Right. It was there, but it didn't quite... It wasn't right. It's inside of the frame, it looked like. We'll try it again at a later point in time. We'll see whether or not that's actually working right now. Thank you for that gifted sub, though, Sushi. That's pretty darn cool. Supporting ITaX in every which way that he can, that man. He's gone mad. He's gone mad with passion, guys. He's lost his mind with pure passion. What's up, Ajax? How you doing? How's the world treating you today? Alright. Here we go. Game number one. Game number one. Fine, and you? I'm doing good, dude. I'm doing good. Just chilling with some Hurricane vs. Cure right now. Afterwards, of course, we're going to get ourselves a follow-up series, a best of 5, and then another best of 7 as well. So, a lot of things to look forwards to. And after all of that, we're going to be playing a little bit of 3 Kingdoms. So, with the new DLC added in. So, that's going to be an interesting one as well. Gonna have to wait and see what really is all the hubbub about. Absolutely love Total War games, and every time I get the opportunity to, you know, play it for a sponsorship, that is just one of the better things of this gig. Not gonna lie. Anyway, in the top left side, we have ourselves a blue Terran player looking to score some points on the board for the Dragon Phoenix gamer crew. He is Cure. His opponent today, absolutely no slouch. He is the red Protoss in the bottom right side. He is the one and only Team LP Hurricane. As I said, recently he did take out the TUI in a best of 5 series, so it's going to be interesting to see kind of how he will be matching up against Cure here. I didn't get to see the Hurricane versus TY series as far as I'm aware. Did I? Oh my dear lord, did I actually cast that? Huh. Interesting. So much casting going on recently. It's hard to keep track of it sometimes. Anyway, that is the block off with the supply depot here. Already knowing that there's something nefarious going on with this blue Terran boy right here. I think Bitterwood thinks Cure will win today, or the underdog will surprise us. I don't know. I don't honestly know. I think Hurricane has been really on a roll recently, but it's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one to call. I think they're pretty well matched right now. I think Cure as well is a little bit lost in the TVP matchup right now. Still trying to find his new cause, his new way around, and I think it's a lot to do with whether or not Cure finds the new way that he wants to approach this matchup. Whether it still be 2 base timing attacks, but then maybe a little bit different hitting, or I don't know, just a little bit better executed. Who knows? Who knows? Or if he just wants to get himself into the late game. Because it felt like the previous time I saw Cure fighting against, I believe it was Zest, or yeah, I think it was Zest. Anyway, it didn't go all that well. He was doing these builds where it felt like he was still trying to do the build orders from the regular. Oh, we're actually having the Widowmine into a Thor build here, I believe. Is he gonna get himself Drilling Claws as well very quickly? It's gonna be interesting. Anyway, keep an eye out on that. Yeah, the previous time I did see him play, it kind of felt like he was trying to do the 2 base timing attack builds, but then instead of actually pushing out with the attacks, he just kind of put his stuff in front of his 3rd base and was like, alright, well, here I am, coming at me. And he never got attacks, and the Protoss just ran away economically with the game entirely, so that was a rough one. That was definitely a rough one. Alright, so he is getting himself the Drilling Claws here. Gonna have to wait and see if this is gonna be a follow-up with the Thor as well. Of course, these Drilling Claws, they'll need to do quite a bit of damage. He spent a lot of time just getting this ready, right? Look at the overall work count, 33 versus 26 right now. That's telling a story, but also just overall having 2 bases to mine from, right? Oversaturated with his SCVs right now, has the long distance mine, and Hurricane comfortably sitting with a fully saturated base, and then 12 out of 16 right over here, comfortably mining away in a very nice manner. Alright, how many Widow Mines? We already have 3 Widow Mines. This nicely timed out. Drilling Claws about to finish up as well. Where are the other Widow Mines actually? Did they already go across the fields? What in the... Oh, they're already here. Wow, okay. Good morning, Kozen. Good morning. Good morning, stream. Ah, doing good. Doing good. Alright, 3rd base already on the way here for Hurricane. Around the same time as that 2nd base is coming up. Cure is waiting for that Drilling Claws to finish up. There is the 3 Stalkers here. The probe's not being pulled in time. That is going to hurt him. Oh my god. 13 workers just like that. Was not anticipating the Drilling Claws there. And another drop is coming in. If this one does as much damage, that is already going to be more than enough to pay for the delay in his own buildings. But I'm not sure if it will. There's 6 Stalkers here right underneath. Alright, burrow. Targets the probes. Oh, didn't quite get it. That one shot not going off right there. Did lose the entire investments at that moment in time. Now, 13 probes. That does seem like a lot of probe kills, but I mean, in the end, Hurricane now on the 3 base economy. I think he's still okay with it, honestly. Especially because he did clean up the other drop, and there's no real way to follow this up with. A big thing about getting the Drilling Claws as well, right, is that you stay hidden. Well, you would stay hidden because of the armory already, but it's a big part of it. Hurricane, though, already having that Observer out and about, ready to pick that off. Didn't take any extra damage, or didn't lose any extra mining time whatsoever. Just 13 probes. just some probes. 13 of them. Just a gross stack of a lot of probes dying. Alright. Another drop here. Did get spotted by that pylon. As long as Hurricane was paying attention, he should be aware of this. Oh, the Observer getting picked off there by the by the Raven and Marine hit squad. Okay. +1 and Stimpak. It does kind of feel like this, once again, is Cure setting up for that 2-base timing attack, right? He's got himself the Raven here as well, which I do enjoy seeing. That definitely helps out with these types of pushes, I feel like. As long as you keep it alive and make use of those abilities, it does so much, well, it adds so much value overall. And Hurricane only now kind of moving around with those stalkers, just most likely because he's still a little bit afraid of all the attacks that were coming up. And alright, here we have Cure once again setting up shop here for that 3rd base. And you can see again, right, this does feel like a 2-base timing attack timing, but he's just not going out with it. He's just staying at home. Instead of doing anything like that, he is just gonna set up with some drops here, it looks like. Try to just stay on his toes here with getting him some economy himself as well. I'm not quite sure if I like it that much. I would have loved to see him push around the around this time period, right? 66 army supply versus 43. Mostly gateway units. Has the Raven as well, so he can disable. He can anti-armor missile. He can do quite a lot of stuff here, but ultimately he's just sticking around, staying at home, trying to get himself that 3rd base up, as Hurricane already grabbing himself a 4th base. This feels kind of like a bit of a situation that you would see with a TVZ, or even a PVZ as well, I suppose. It's rough. It's rough. Some sushi love in the chat right there. I'm sure he will very much appreciate it. Although he doesn't like to be put in the spotlight of things, so he still enjoys the kind words. The kind words, or the more than 3s. Right. Oh, finding a drop here. Always a little bit embarrassing when that does occur. Zealots ready for a run by on the right side as well. Feels like Hurricane is anticipating a 3-base attack here at some point. And normally that's the Terran you do kind of want to do a little bit of pushing on the Protoss to not let them walk away too much. I guess the 13 probe kills also working out a little bit here, right? To equalize this out a tiny bit, but still. It feels like Hurricane sitting in a pretty comfortable position right now. Getting himself disruptors across the map. He's got himself one single Colossi. Ooh, not the greatest or cleanest Stalker micro there, but of course has that potential, as we saw earlier, the Zealots in the main base. While Prism did take a lot of damage from the missile turret, so will be taken out right now. In the top right side, still the Zealot run by as well. Can come into action pretty soon. And here we have the big deal. Oh, Hurricane's still trying to delay this. The army of Cure actually rather terrifying right now, but one or two good disruptor shots and that could all end. Oh my dear lord. Oh, that is disgusting. That's just absolutely gruesome. So much supply just like that. Absolutely terminated. He might need one or two more, as he did send so much of his gateway forces just across the map, trying to get damage done. Alright, here we go. Nice disable there on a disruptor before the shot actually got to land. And did Hurricane send too much of his army across the map here? He very well may have. And it looks like with some good micro here, Cure will be able to hold on at home, and the Nexus goes down. Dear, oh dear. These three siege tanks, I feel like they all could have gone down if that disruptor orb was just a little bit cleaner with his hitting, and now it's just a rough one, honestly, here. Hurricane taking a beating at home, losing that Nexus. If he had those Zealots at home ready to tank for the rest of the disruptors, the Colossus, and the Stark's Immortal army, I feel like he would have been okay, but ultimately, well, we saw that he didn't have that. He may have too many disruptors here as well, I'd say. Looking at this right now, Unless if they just kill everything, of course. But yeah, he just lost 3 of them, right? Just like that. 3 disruptors gone. You need to have that buffer. You need to have the Colossi as well, really, incorporated with this to beat the army as it's running away. Because now there's just a small group of units. And as they're running away, you need to have the Colossi shooting at the bio to punish this micro backwards, and they're poking continuously. Right? The disruptors, they're mostly zoning, forcing these units backwards again. And the Colossi are the real threat to these units. But instead, we're seeing these orcs just not quite getting everything. Zealots from the run by, though. He does clean it up. But looking at what else is coming across the fields here, it's rather terrifying. Might need a couple more good disruptor shots here. DTs are also in the area right now, ready to start a scramble here. Ready to duke it out with the SCVs. Get into a little bit of fist fighting. That kills 3. Not the greatest, not the worst. Right, here we are, the Zealots coming on in. The Disruptors not quite hitting the mark. Again. Oh, there's one. Ooh, that's another one. There we go. Those are the shots you need. Losing those Disruptors, though, rather frequently right now. Gets on top of the Siege Tank. The Siege Tank will be picked off. Here we go. The Stocks, the Zealots are getting right on top of these units. We'll be able to pick it off, and there it is. GG still being called. Cure has to tap out. He did lose that 3rd base as well, actually. I did not mention that, but that did occur there. So, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. And, hey, it's working now. Thank you for the follow. There we go. We got in a good position here. Cool graphics transition. Man, we got a cooler one right now in the works, but I didn't quite update that one just yet. We'll get it for the next one. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff. We got a very talented graphic designer on the ITaX squad. She uses a lot of stuff from the internet as well, but you know what? She makes great use of it, and always great taste as well. And all the stuff she makes herself, also absolutely lovely to see. But yeah. Is there a Maturino? Yes, there is. If you type !Maturino in the chat, you should be able to just see that that link, the code, and of course, if you're there, we would very much appreciate doing a couple of quests, perhaps as well. That really shows the sponsors that help us out on Maturino that StarCraft 2 is a thing that's worth investing into, right? All right, guys, game number 2 on the way right now. And yeah, here it is on the bottom left side, that blue Terran right now with 1 point behind. He is the Dragon Phoenix gamer, Cure. We'll have to step up his game here a little bit, I would say. But again, it doesn't quite seem to me that he is fully aware as to what he is really supposed to be doing right now in this matchup, right? I mean, the timing attack seemed pretty strong, but ultimately, the drilling claw attack, alright? Let's go back to the start. The drilling claw attack, 13 probe kills, just like that. You'd say, that's a good amount of probe kills, but ultimately, Hurricane already on 3 Nexus, so it didn't quite matter that much. Then, you might say, alright, but then what if he follows it up with that 2-base timing attack? He doesn't do those anymore that much because he doesn't feel comfortable with the shield battery overcharge being a thing, so he didn't incorporate any of that. So what he was left with was a very big army that did keep growing from that position onwards, and he goes for a 3-base push instead. It doesn't quite feel like it's hitting the same timing overall, right? Doesn't quite seem like there's a lot of upgrades finishing up at around those times, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. Could be the case that there is the +2/+2 or something like that, or just +2 weapons attack, but I just feel like those are less impactful, because then at that moment in time, Hurricane's gonna have Disruptors, Colossus, maybe even Storm, whatever he wants, right? He's gonna have that already established. Anyway, I still have to introduce him. In the top right, Red Protoss, Team LP's Hurricane. Representing into the clan right there. Our brother and... should we say lover? Our lover and brother in the... that sounds weird, right? A lover and a brother. But anyway, absolutely amazing group of people helping us out usually here for all sorts of StarCraft 2 events. Our partners in crime when it comes to StarCraft 2. Oh my dear lord, alright, yeah. Going for a different plan this time around. Going for a quick 3 command center build here. Alright, I like this, I like this. Although I also feel like, again, right, Kjør usually one of the players that likes to have one particular build and then have a couple of different variations of that build, right? Whether it be going for the Hellion drop into the 2-base timing attack, whether it be going Widowmine into 2-base timing attack, 2-base timing attack with Widowmines or Siege Tanks, stuff like this, right? Sometimes we do see some weird stuff, right? So, for example, the Widowmine with the Armory into the Thor builds, stuff like this has been also something he came up... I'm not sure if he came up with it, but he was the first player I saw executing it. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Right, okay, so I think this is a little bit of an example that he is trying out different things here in this matchup. He wants to just kind of surprise his opponents here and not be predictable in a way. He went up to 3 Reapers here as well. He didn't quite get the scout he wanted to in the previous round, so maybe this time around he will be able to get up there. There's only one single Stalker and a Sentry. 1 Warping is available, but these Reapers might be able to get in there and do a little bit of damage, honestly. Oh, second Stalker does come in, get up there. Oh, well, the 3 Reapers are still alive. That means there's going to be 2 shots right here happening. Alright, 2, and can he get a 3rd? Ooh. Okay, 3, 4, that's pretty good. A 5th, 5 probes just like that. Pretty darn massive. Still keeps 1 alive as well. And gets to see the scouting as well. So he sees the Twilight Council. Gets quite a bit of denied mining there. So very, very nice play there from Kjør. A quick start up there for him to get ahead in this part of the game right now. As he already went for a triple command center as well. So that's even gonna improve that advantage, right? You're not supposed to get 5 worker kills before the 5-minute mark when you're going for a triple command center. That's not supposed to happen that much. So yeah, instead of going for Widowmine drops and stuff like this, he made those 3 Reapers instead. And that's pretty cool to see. Less of an investment overall. Allows him to still go for the... for a reasonable army force while also having the triple command center here and then still keeping that pressure up and kind of seeing that second follow-up timing with the scouting. Very cool stuff there for Kjør, working out rather nicely. The observer here not having a lucky day. Oh wait, no, you already saw the command center, didn't he? Yeah, alright. Alright, I don't know exactly when that happened. Must have had the observer fly over before this moment in time. The response of Hurricane was, well, he got himself his own 3rd base as well. Charge on the way, getting more of the technology tree, and a boatload of gateways. It's the cure-all solution for any Protoss. A boatload of gateways. What's up, AK? How you doing? Yeah, we're just doing some casting. We're actually getting sponsored by Total War 3 Kingdoms right now, so that's pretty darn cool. We're gonna have the a link available as well. So if you want to download the new DLC that's available for 3 Kingdoms, then that is available through the link. They have a new couple of things that were added in that look pretty darn cool. some new playable stuff, and we're gonna be showcasing it after the show matches as well. We're gonna take a look ourselves as what is happening in the Total War 3 Kingdoms. 4th base here for Hurricane. Also a Dark Shrine, and they're still going for the Colossi, it seems, here. How many did he go for so far? Okay, this is just the 2nd one. It's still twice as many as he got the previous time, so... You already have the DLC? Oh, that's okay, okay. That's okay. I understand. Oh, my dear lord. Alright, well, off he goes again. This seems counterintuitive to me. I mean, he had such a good start with the Triple Command Center. And then he goes for a big push anyway with the SCVs here. It's crazy enough that it might just work right now. Okay, here we go. Coming in, siege tanks need to get themselves sieged up. Oh, the force fields are pretty darn good here, though. Pretty darn good. The siege tanks need to force those sentries further out. Oh, big disruptor ball. This is going to be enough, though. There's so much there and still remaining. The SCVs want to start tanking. Get in front of those marines. That's very important right now. Force those Colossi fires. Where are those guys going? Alright, gonna clean up this. Does get the kill off here as well. In the behind the scenes, actually, some zealots starting to pick up some SCVs there as well. I don't think that's necessary, Hurricane. I'm pretty sure most of the SCVs are right in front of your front door, so you can just sit here and be okay in that sense. Oh, the siege tanks getting a little bit under fire there. Didn't quite manage to kill off the disruptor in time. And this attack here is still looking rather strong, but the defense of Hurricane seems to be pretty, you know, going pretty well as well. The disruptors definitely not letting anything too bad happen at this moment in time. Holding their own. Continuously getting good shots, whether it be taking care of a siege tank or taking care of a big cluster of the Marines. Another siege tank goes down, and these siege tanks, they are the more important stone, right? The supporting beam of this army right now. Need to make this work. Oh, another disruptor shot. Yeah, I think that's about all of the momentum that we can gather here for Kjør. Unfortunately for him, he's looking to keep pushing across the map here with more units. Maybe that is going to be enough. But he only has 2 siege tanks remaining. And most of this stuff right here, it's mostly SCV, right? That is just... Oh, dear lord. 18 SCVs. 18 SCVs. Just like that. Alright, well... Kjør, I like your attitude, man, but... That is just a scary one. Alright. Oh, and let's have this actually be a good thing. There we go. It's the hold, guys. It looks like it will be a hold. Hurricane did lose 2 bases, though. Kjør lost 1 base, but ultimately, I mean, he also lost 29 workers here with the attack, and he still has a good amount of them over here. It's actually 7 of them. He stopped the SCV production entirely. And he's 30 workers behind in total right now. So, yeah, 3rd base for Hurricane. Gonna get restarted up, rebooted. And we'll have to wait and see if this is ever gonna work out here in Kjør's favor. I don't think it will. But, you know what? Who knows? If anyone can make it work, it might be Kjør. It might be Kjør, but man, this is rough to see. He does not want to get behind in with 2 points on the board here. Of course, that's going to be devastating. Honestly, that means he's going to have to win 3 games in a row. Otherwise, if he does manage to still eke this out, that could just be him having a good time overall, right? Being tied up right there. Thank you for the resub, Kuna Matata EU. 2 months in a row. Still kicking. We're still kicking. Zealots again on the run by here. I think Hurricane a little bit over-ego with these run-bys. I don't think he has to. Although I don't think he needs those zealots here anyway at this moment in time. It seems to be okay. It's just a lot of zealots, though, to send across. I'd rather have them... Oh, my dear lord. Oh, more siege tank kills. Might even be able to just blink on some of the siege tank with, like, 2 stalkers. Take it out as well. That's rough. That is rough. Okay, the Zealots now intercepting reinforcements. He shouldn't push up here. Okay. Yeah, just stay here. Just stay here. Just hold back those reinforcements. Cut off the lifeline for this army right here. And yeah, this is a rough one. This is absolutely a rough one. Oh, running into the retreating Zealots, though. That's a big stim. Third base for Hurricane here now on the bottom side. That is one thing I suppose is worth noting, that because Hurricane never really got his third base up, right? It's actually quite a big thing. I don't know if it's actually going to be big enough that it's going to be of major importance here. Cure did get himself another third base set up. He's got himself the orbital here as well right now, so... Natural base. His natural base isn't as mined out as the one of Hurricane is either. So, in a sense, he's actually more okay economically speaking than just this statistic over here would indicate, right? 60 versus 38 workers. Overall, I think he might even get ahead in the overall minerals gathered here pretty soon. As we can see here already, 2k versus 1k, right? So, actually, Cure, as long as he holds on here for a little bit, as long as he doesn't die to the attack, he might be okay. Although Hurricane is taking 4 bases right now. He's expanding closer and closer towards Cure. Finds a little bit of an army. Might try to go for the intercept. So watch out for the sensor tower, of course, as well. Blink upgrade on the way right now for the Dark Templar. +2 weapons and +1 vehicle weapons on the way now for Cure. Looks like he will try to commit here a little bit longer onto the siege tanks. And funnily enough, like, I mean, I really honestly thought this game was going to be already quite over for Cure here, but he is definitely making this still a game and a half. I mean, it's rather impressive actually, seeing how committed he was to just, you know what, I've got to denial on that third base. As long as I keep denying this third base, as long as I kind of roam around this area here and keep forcing him off of that third, there might still be a fighting chance. And he's actually found it right here, I would say. Back in his own base, but one of the scarier parts is, of course, this is going to be into the late game right now. Pulled out on workers again here as well. Army supply not that far apart anymore. He can't afford to lose weird random drops though, of course. That is an absolute no-no. Just like that. Just like that. It's definitely rough. Nice overall positioning here with the siege tanks. Will still be able to do a little bit of harassment with the Colossi from a distance though, of course. Very smart of Hurricane not to immediately commit to this location. Oh my dear lord, that's a big group of overall Protoss. Another siege tank here, needs some repairs, doesn't quite get it. Okay, a blink forwards, but Disruptor's covering the retreat right there. Let's see, okay, some ghosts are on the field now as well. We do not have the enhanced shockwave available just yet, but looks to be okay. More Protoss coming in from above as well. This is going to be a full surround here. Oh, those siege tanks a little bit too clumped up. Luckily, one of them does stay alive here. More stuff on the top side. There's a nice stim going on there, so he's holding on for now. A little bit disjointed with this attack is Hurricane. But ultimately, Cure does hold on right now. Losing 11 workers. So does get put behind a little bit here, economically speaking. But he already has a 4th base in his main. And he is allowed to just fly over that main base as well, of course, to another base. So might be able to just set up shop somewhere else. feel like just a bunch of zealots, though, could do a real number on this army here. Siege tanks never quite that great against the massive, overwhelming zealot numbers. We'll have to wait and see. Hurricane, also, another thing he can do, of course, is just deny the 4th base of Kjør. Kjør, only because he's allowed to set up here, right? That's the strength right now for him. He's already pre-set up, he's in a defensive position, and if Hurricane has to push into him as he is set up like this, it's going to be an incredibly difficult fight, very cost efficient for Kjør. But, I mean, as soon as he takes another base right here, which is being continuously scouted for by Hurricane, he's going to have to move this army, he's going to have to stretch himself thin to get the defense going there as well. And that might be an opportunity for Mr. Hurricane to come in here. Oh, reasonable disruptor shots. I think he lost quite a good couple of stuff himself there as well, especially with those stalkers trying to snipe the Vikings. Actually still quite heavily into the... Oh my god, the Dark Templar. The Dark Templar went in. 16 SCVs go down just like that. And GG is called. Yeah. My dear lord, the behind the back DTs, as all of that other stuff is going on. Hurricane, an absolute beast, still managing to hold on there. Was put in a pretty good position already, of course, with all the SCVs and everything that was going on with the all-in from Kjør. But you know what, Kjør managed to still make that a series or somewhat of a game, right? And that is thoroughly impressive. That showcases that he is a really top-notch player overall, and he knows how to kind of which strings to pull and which corners to cut to try and force his opponent into still somewhat of a game, even though he was in an absolutely gutted position right there. Still kind of making it work, which is thoroughly impressive. Alright, game number 2. I mean 3. Already game number 5. No. Number 3. It's just number 3. Which game? How many did we play? It's game number 3. No milk this morning, that's right. Lizard Eats, again, coming in with another sub here. Thank you so much, my man. Does the disruptor shot also hit air units? No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Alright. Game number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait, it's number 3. In the top right side, we have ourselves a blue Terran player. He is the Dragon, the Phoenix. He is the Gamer, Kjør. In the bottom left side, that is that red Protoss fighting for Team LP. He is Hurricane. Game number, what is this about Bitterwood? Well, I mean, anybody is a great, well, anything becomes a great game automatically when you have some great players, you know, that's the stuff of legends. But I appreciate it, Mikagu. Ah, Pearl. I appreciate it. It's crazy, but I still appreciate it. You're showing the world you're a nutcase, but... Alright. Alright. I don't do well with compliments, guys. Please stop. Please stop. We have... regular stuff going on. Please, do something interesting. Anything. A little bit of a block. There we go. That's interesting, right? We don't see that all that often. Okay, comes back around. We'll be able to throw that down. So, alright. Let's talk about the options that Kjør has right now, right? He's tried out some multiple things, right? I really liked the 3-base opening that he was doing. I just didn't quite like pulling all the SCVs. I thought for a moment it might work, but ultimately it felt like he put himself in a great position economically, and then he went for an all-in. Right? He put himself in a great position to go for the late game, and then he did the one thing that pretty much guarantees you're not gonna go into a late game. Even though he still almost did it. He did almost still get himself into the late game, but that's just crazy, right? That's not supposed to happen. But he did it anyway, which is, you know what, hats off to Cure, but ultimately, it still feels weird to me how it's like, you know, you do one thing and you're telegraphing this one thing, and then you go into something else entirely. Now, I suppose that is one of the things for StarCraft 2, right? That makes it a great game. You can do those things, and then sometimes your opponent's gonna get caught off guard. But Cure, he's a solid enough player that I would just like to see him not try to bank as much on those mind games. He would be just as well off just trying to play the real game here. Or the straight up game, I should say, not the real game. Disgraceful. The definition of mind games, yeah. Oh. Okay. So yeah, it just feels like Cure in a very rough position. Now, Hurricane, he has been on a roll as well, guys. He has been taking out some pretty big names as well, right? Took out DRG in a best of 5, I believe, 3-2. Took out TY 3-0. I mean, if you can add Cure to that list as well, especially in one of these online cups, right? This is where Cure shines in these online cups. If he takes him out 3-0 in this battlefield, I'd say, you know what, that is thoroughly impressive, and we're gonna have to be keeping our eye out for Hurricane in all other tournaments a little bit more so. Oh, nice attempt there. Let's see what the hallucinated Phoenix saw. Not quite anything, actually. Didn't commit to the scout there. With a mind drop. Wait, Hurricane beat TY 3-0. Yeah, he did, man. It was another Super Series from the Alpha X, or into the Alpha X. It's nuts. But then TY, sometimes in these online things, TY does do a little bit more of an experimenty kind of play, right? I don't think this is where TY's his strength really lies, right? He's more of a planner. He's a guy that likes to do the strategic things in this matchup. Well, in all the matchups, actually. But you know what I mean, right? He's more of a player that just likes to analyze other people and then try to prep something in particular against them, and then plan out an entire best of 9, a best of 7, something like that, right? Just get a full glimpse of how the series is gonna go, and then almost like some sort of a how do you call this? Like a little bit of a person that sees into the future. I don't know. There's people that have that occupation. I forgot the name of it in English. I'm sorry. A seer? Let's just call him a seer, alright? Sounds a little bit more jungly than I wanted it to, but hey, that's fine. You guys get the point. You guys get the gist. So, to then also beat Cure in a best of 5, 3-0. That, I feel like, absolutely solidifies his overall name as one of the better Protosses right now, I feel like. At least in my mind's eye. Some very, very solid stuff. Now, let's see what he's doing right here in this moment in time as well. He's grabbing himself the Dark Shrine. He's sticking to the gateway tech mostly at the moment. Just doing a lot of this stuff. I thought you were English. No, no. I'm actually Dutch. Fortune teller. There we go. He's a fortune teller. That's the word I was looking for. If you're Dutch, I'm French. Oh, wait. Alright, here we go. I don't think this is a good plan for Hurricane, but he does have a lot of those zealots right now. Nice spreading out with those zealots as well. Actually, good interference matrix on the Archon. You know what? Color me pink and call me an elephant. That was absolutely beautiful. Well played. I mean, GG. That's it. 3-0. Okay. Alright, Hurricane. Man, oh man. Going for a lot of gateway units. Charge. And there he was. That's all. That's it. That's all she wrote. That was rough. Yeah, man. With the siege tanks there and the bio being like in between the mineral patches and the command center, I thought like, alright, this seems like a pretty solid defensive setup. But that was a lot of Protoss. That was a lot of Protoss. And it got absolutely, well, the bio just got absolutely melted right there. Didn't even stand a chance. It's like they were never even there. But then again, I mean, Cure, what did he go for, right? He went for the Widowmine drop. The Widowmine drop didn't do much. He went for a slower third base. He only had 2, maybe 3 siege tanks. But still 3-0ing Cure. Now, to be fair, Cure has been having a lot of trouble in the TVP matchup already, I would say. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people expected a 3-0 here in this matchup. Cure versus Hurricane. So yeah, I mean, to be fair though, I hasn't played in GSL just yet, has he? Hurricane. So this is maybe something we're gonna have to keep our eye out for when he does do well in GSL. And then we can be like, yeah, well, we kind of predicted this, right? We saw how well he did in this type of setting already. Beating TY, beating Dungregu, beating Kure. It's pretty darn good stuff overall. I mean, gotta love that stuff. Gotta love that stuff. Alright, now guys, we're gonna have ourselves the next match set up here pretty soon. Of course, going to be Solar versus nobody else but Zest. I mean, that on its own should be pretty darn tasty. Should be pretty darn tasty. There we are, there we are. Remember guys, this stream is actually sponsored by Total War 3 Kingdoms. I'm very hyped that we were able to get ourselves another sponsorship from Total War secured. We did well enough with the previous one. We're hoping to do well with this one as well. It really helps us out. So if Total War is your jam, if you like the Total War games, I'm telling you, they are some pretty darn great stuff. Games, quality games, gamers delight kind of games. But, yeah, I'm going to be playing it after the best of 7 as well. So we're going to do the best of 5, of course, between Solar and Zest first. Then the best of 7 between the two winners. And then I should be playing some Total War 3 Kingdoms. I hope it's all going to work out. I haven't been able to test it just quite yet if it is or not because of a little bit of a time crunch. But I have it installed. I'm going to try to play it and we'll see whether or not it's going to work out for us. But yeah, I'm gonna play it, of course, and we're gonna see how much fun it is. I'm a big Total War fanatic, honestly. I've played a ton of most of it. I must have like a good amount of hours, honestly. I don't know how much, but quite a ton. You only played Rome? Rome is a good one too. I actually have a friend that does it, who plays it competitively, and I think he won the finals pretty recently. But yeah, he's one of the best Total War competitive Rome players. And he's always trying to get me to play the the new ones as well competitively, but I don't know. Ever tried Total War Arena? I haven't actually. No, I've played Rome. I've played Attila. I've played Total Shogun. I've played Total War 1 and 2. The Warhammers ones, and I played Sparta. And I've played... I think I've played more. There's so many, though. There is a lot of them, to be fair. But, yeah. I like a lot of it, overall. I also played... There's multiple iterations of the Rome as well ones. So I played, I think, most of those. I got already shut down. 12-man teams was a bit much to ask. Really? Oh, okay, okay. How's it going? How's it going, Lugonis? Yeah, Lugonis. Oh, 15. What's up, my man? Having a good time, I hope? Having a good time here. When are you casting my games? Actually, I do have this thing called Cast My Games I do sometimes on my own stream. Anybody's free to upload their stuff. And, yeah. I'll try to... how could I get that out there? Well, I have a Discord. If you want to get in on it, maybe just try to message me on Twitter or something. Just DM me over there. And I'll try to get that sorted. I'm supposed to be doing a little bit more streams on my personal anyway. But yeah, if you want your replays casted by me, there is a possibility to do so. I just need to replace, honestly. Hey, Mikagu, thank you for the sub. When you're a DreamHack contender. Ah, I see, I see. You know what, actually, I don't know. I'm not completely sure. I am, for some reason, getting to cast some dream hacks as well right now, which is, you know, overall super thrilling, a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that's going to be a continuous thing to happen, more so in the future, right? But, yeah, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Hopefully they'll like my casting, and hopefully I'm not embarrassing myself too much with those streams, because they are, like, at 2 or 1 a.m. in the morning for me. But, yeah, hopefully that's going to be okay for them. And hopefully that's going to be something that continues onwards for the future. You know what? I'm the D stream now. Maybe later on I might become the C stream. Yeah. It was a 12 players versus 12 players. That's a lot of stuff then. Total War with 12 versus 12. That is nuts. That is very ambitious. That's the fun part about the overall Total War, I'd say, as well, right? Because it is so ambitious sometimes, right? They're not afraid to try some stuff now and again. They also know what works very well, so they know how to keep a certain set of gameplay. But they're not afraid to be like, you know what would be cool? 12 versus 12. That would be pretty darn cool. Let's just give that a go. You know what would be cool? What if we have one game of the entire Total War map and then another game of another entire Total War map and we put those two together? Or the Total Warhammer maps. And then they realize, you know what, actually, it can't work. That's too much. Too much. But yeah, you can clearly see that there's quite a lot of passion. You should do it. It's aging the one with the replay. Have some games for you. Ah. Wait, what? You have some replay games as well for me? Super. I mean, if you want, sure. All you got to do is get them to me, and I'll try to put them on a little bit of a list. I think there's only one person on that list, though, so don't worry about that. And then as soon as I got a couple of them, I'll try to do another one of those streams. I'll message you as well, let you know that it's been casted, and a little bit of a timestamp there as well, in case you're not available at the moment in time, and you'll be able to check it out at some later point, perhaps as well. But yeah. Yeah, if that's your thing, then definitely go check it out as well. Hit me up anywhere on the socials or the Twitters or the Twitch, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Anyway, guys, we're moving onwards. Metro Reno, Total War stuff, very cool. Go do that type of stuff. Quick shout out. Quick shout out. As we're moving into the next best of 5, Zest versus Solar. I'm very stoked about this one. Solar, actually, I don't know. I think most of you guys must have heard the news already. like immediately. But when I read it, it already had 1,000 likes exactly. I was the 1,001st person to like it. But this man right here in the bottom right side did manage to land himself a lady. And she said yes. Alright, in the bottom right side there is a blue Zerg. One of my favorite people in the StarCraft 2 scene. He is one and the only, the Kaisi Gaming Solar. It was teamless for a while. I'm glad that he's actually in a team again. Top left side, there's that red Protoss Might. He is the one and only Raise Your Edge Gaming Zest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I mean, the tweet was like, and she said yes, and then like big balloons of love. I don't know, in red. I think so. I mean, what else could it be, right? Solar's good enough at English that he wouldn't make that mistake. I think if it's just going out on a date, and he already had a girlfriend, so well, I hope I'm not spreading lies now about Solar here. And if I am, well then he should have put his tweets in a better perspective. You bought an AC during summer? I would tweet that. All right, yeah, that's a good tweet. That's a good tweet. Get people jealous of your AC. Anyway, we have a hatchery block here occurring, so he went for the third one. Engaged or married? I'm pretty sure it's just engaged, right? That's kind of where it starts. Is that why Solar started streaming again? I don't know. I don't know. We need the link to this tweet actually in the chat right now, so more people can like it. For this man to get extra happy. This man right here, this man. Oh, Pili, coming in with a big raid right there. Thank you, my man. 185 people of you. What's up, everybody? Hope you enjoyed Pili's Protoss action right there. Was then some nice games we got to see from you in the Dream Hacks. Cess vs Solar, yeah, man, we got some Cess vs Solar action. After this, we're gonna have the winner of this match going up against Hurricane as well. Hurricane just managed to beat Cure, actually, in a best-of-5, 3-0, which is pretty darn nuts. Nobody was really expecting it to be that clean. I wasn't not expecting Hurricane to just straight up not win, basically, right? That's a good sentence. Anyway, I wasn't expecting him to straight up lose, but it would have been weirder if it was a 3-0, right? For Hurricane, and that's what it was. So, anyway, a little bit of a confusion. He did beat TY as well in a best-of-5, 3-0, though, so if Hurricane gets in the GSO against any type of Terran players, I'm expecting big things from him right now. Ah, Pili. The Pili crowd. Alright, what is Zest up to right now? He's making a couple of gateways. There is that Adept Glaives as well. The oh-so famous attacking glaive attack from from Zest, the attacking glaive. What is wrong with me right now? Pili making me nervous. Kane beat Cyril 2-0. What are you talking about? What happened there? Alright, there they are. The quick zealots. the quick zealots. The quick adepts. Oh, dear lord. Right, more adepts as well right here. 4 more. There's not that many Zerglings right now. The Roach Warren not quite ready yet either. We may have these adepts be pretty good with this attack right now. Do an alright job. Roach is only now in the production tab, of course. The Wild Prism into the main base. The Overlord not quite having vision of this just yet. So those adepts will finish up before there's any type of response. Actually, still no response just yet. That is the pull away from the drones. More adepts right now into that third base, and actually the natural as well. Every single mineral line except for the main that did get cleaned up right now. Only a single roach here, but you know what? Considering how many adepts were in all the mineral lines, this is a very nice and tidy cleanup here from Solar. It's losing a couple more than I wanted to drones right now in the natural, but 8 workers like that, you know what? Actually, he was only on 40 workers in total. That is still quite a beating on his economy right now. Okay, a miss shot there, misfire on those drones, but looks like he is doing all right. Okay, all right. So that's a good amount of damage. The third base of Zest not quite yet established. Does want to have that one as well, of course. A counterattack always still a possibility here for Solar to do quite a bit of damage, though. Only a couple of Stalkers here. Should be able to get picked up rather easily. That Overlord is not meant to stay alive anymore. Oh, wow, he does live. Haha! Take that! Take that, Protoss players. The Overlord lives. Alright. Some more poking with that Warp Prism. Keeping most of the units of Solar at the base here. UFO Chambers and the layer coming down right now. The layer almost ready, actually. So we're going to wait and see what kind of attack he wants to go for here. Whether it be the Spire, whether it be the Hydra Den. We'll give a little bit away. I suppose I wouldn't mind seeing the Spire here, considering how much this Warp Prism is doing right now. Might provide some opportunities as well, of course, as it's getting some aggression done. 2 Creep Tumis as well, not too shabby. Drop a Lord into that main base. Not too much here as a way of defending, actually. Most of the stuff right now at that third base, so this is looking pretty good. Oh, dear Lord, 3 of those. That's pretty big, actually. 3 of those Zerglings not being dropped into the main base. That is... Okay, there we go. Oh, he's just going to grab more now. Okay, that's good. Alright, there it is. There it is. Okay, no response just yet from Zest, as he is completely unaware of this occurring right now. Is he going to wait for more Zerglings to come in here, or is he just waiting for Zest to make a move? Okay, there we go. Immediate warp in. Immediate warp in. Zest ready. And, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Could have been good. A couple of drones dying as well on the other side here. Getting 2 works in total, and 1 adept, I believe, as well. A little bit unfortunate. Sending more Zerglings right now across as well again. Ready for wave number 2. Alright, so we are going to go for the Lurk attack right now. Infestation Pit ready. Should have the Hive come up. There it is. On the 4 bases, Solar did manage to get himself back up to an 82 worker count, so that's very good stuff from him. Zest here, on the other hand, still on the 3 base. Wouldn't mind seeing him trying to get a 4th base established. That is what he's going to be doing right now. With this probe right here, I would imagine. And just trying to scout out what is happening across the field here. Sees the Lurker-10. I believe he did anyway, right? Oh, he didn't see it, but I guess he saw this, right? That already kind of shows what is going to be happening here. A little bit of harassment here from Solar. Man, recently we saw Rogue as well playing against, I believe it was Stats. Holy moly. Rogue just absolutely crushing it with the circling harassment. He kind of forwent any type of roach attack. He just went for a lot of Zerglings and Banelings. And he was just everywhere. It was scary, honestly. He made it look so easy to just kill everything with Zerglings. Even though Zerglings super squishy, of course. You can throw some of them away, but, well, he definitely was throwing quite a lot of them away as well. But he always had more, which was the terrifying part. Now seeing like the comparison with him versus Solar right now, with his game still a little bit in my mind, it makes me even more scary of how good Rogue is right now. rather terrifying. Okay. Adepts and Zealots here, set up on the flanking sides. That's what you need to be doing right now. The Zerg army not gonna be... Oh, no, he's moving downwards here. Might be able to intercept this. Protoss forces moving forwards. There's carriers on that production tab, so we're gonna have to see Vipers coming into play pretty soon as well. And a solid Hydra count. Also, by the way, we did see Microbial Shroud actually getting used in a DreamHack match recently, right? As well, and actually turning a game around. I wonder if we're going to be able to see Microbial Shroud more often, honestly. Because maybe this is a bit of a weird opinion that not a lot of people will agree with, but I think it might be an okay ability. I think it might be pretty good, actually, in the late game ZVP right now. Because Vipers, they used to be the go-to, but I mean, if you just get feedbacks, right, with the Vipers, that doesn't quite help, but I mean, you don't have to get close to your opponent's units if you use Microbial Shroud. You can just stay safe from those High Templars and the feedback. Rogue will not be beyond... I don't know, man. It would be pretty darn cool to see them. The best GSL finals right now for me would be Rogue... no, wait. DRG versus Beyond. This is looking painful, isn't it? Oh my dear lord. Okay, Hydra's coming in. This base is under a lot of pressure, though. All the drones do go down. It looks like this base will fall as well, as Zest is moving in right now on that right side at the same time. There is a solid defense setup right now, but mostly for the ground units. Those carriers might have a field day right here. Killing off Lurkers as all the Hydras are still on the left side, chasing off two Zealots here. Okay, they are going to kill off that War Prism as well. That's pretty good. Zest not quite pushing into this location, though. So that is that's a lucky day for those Lurkers. Yeah, Solar already a smart move, actually, moving them backwards a little bit here. Seems counterintuitive to do so, but if he loses too many of those, well, he's also losing his economy. That's going to be GG straight up, right? Maybe just taking a little bit of damage on that base, as he's still got himself a very, very solid army. He might be able to still win a fight and then get across the fields, but... alright. Well, it's kind of stabilizing right now. Both these players going back to their own side of the map, except for these three Stalkers, of course, always undermining my caster authority, but... so rude. Coming in on the right side right now is Zest as well. Looking for, again, a lot of damage right here. Did Solar overcommit with the attack on this base right now? Oh, getting that backed as well on those Vipers. Very nice micro that from Zest. Is going to get this base, right? No, he moves away before he actually gets it. Very surprising, actually, that did occur. There is that mothership on the way. He's also building Void Rays right now, getting himself the Void Ray speed, getting himself the weapons air upgrades as well, the +2. Only on +1/+1 ground weapons, though. That could provide troublesome. Solar getting himself only +1 armor now as well, though. I think the +1, well, the armor for the ground unit's pretty important as well, especially against those carriers, right? You want to have yourself a good amount of armor to defend against those very quick shooting little interceptors. Becomes very important. I like Zest actually expanding in this location. I'm not even sure if he's planning to mine from it. I'm sure if it does get up, he's gonna start mining from it, but it is so far removed from the rest of the overall activity. It almost feels like he's trying to lure Solar into that place. He wants him to attack there, so he creates opportunities for himself on the right side of the field. Very cool to see here. Though, of course, he does want to start having a 5th base as well at some point, right? These other bases starting to mine out rather quickly right now, so it would be good to have at least one extra base. Might want to consider expanding as well in the top right side. And then just attack whichever way that Solar is not pressuring. Go for the counterattacks. It's kind of weird how this developed, right? It used to be that the Zerg always attacks wherever the army isn't, right? Going for counterattacks. And now it's a little bit of a role reversal. And to be fair, I mean, why wouldn't you playing Protoss right now? Because your army just wrecks it absolutely so much DPS that any base trade scenario, even if you do have to kill one more base, probably going to work out in your favor. Because you can, well, first and foremost, you can fly, and you have that much DPS, so it's actually the Zerg right now with this type of army composition that wants to try and force the fight in a certain location, specifically above those Spore Crawlers, and I'm loving these Spore Crawlers right now from Solar. They are so important in this matchup. Oh dear. Okay. Somebody do something about this, man. Right here, he's coming in hot. That mothership. Moving along the right side. No mercy for the Zerg. Oh, I love this as well. Coming in on the left side with the army, forcing the army there. And now, with the mothership, getting the entire army to the right side. He doesn't even need to recall right in now into the main base. He could even just start pushing the left. But here he goes into the fray. Storms right on top of the Hydras there as well. Very nicely done. There is the yoink on that mothership. Does get it, but I mean, there's still quite a lot of other stuff here. And there goes the Hive. A lot of tech immediately gone down. A War Prism as well now in this composition here. A lot of Archons ready to tank that damage. A couple of carriers do get yoinked in as well. Unfortunately, one of them, no more interceptors on that one. Alright, here we go. Massive storm onto the Corruptors. The Void Rays come in to finish the job. More storms on top of the Hydralisk. This is looking absolutely terrible for Solar. Solar, my man, this is gonna be a rough one. You're gonna have to lose all of your attack. Except for the Ultralisk then and the Spire here, pretty much. What else does he have remaining? I guess the Roach Warren isn't in the main base either, but that's, you know what, also an entire base now not being able to mine whatsoever. There's no Spore Crawlers there to support, and we were mentioning these are very important locations for him to force the fight on top of the Spore Crawlers, and well, with a mothership just coming in like that, you won't be able to force a fight like this. We're seeing Ultralisk being created right now. Rather interesting. I suppose you can use Ultralisk versus this, right? Get on top of the High Templar and the Archons, but I don't. Okay, they do have the chitinous plating. That's good. No more Vipers here either to yoink the. Oh, wait, there they are. No more energy on the Vipers. That's the problem here. Not sure what he can and cannot try to get rid of. And a recall out of there. That one lurker. Oh, I love this from Solo. We'll be able to get at least something done across the map here. Even though it is only denying a little bit of mining for a short period of time. Still better than nothing, right? That's gonna go down. Jazz, you can kind of see the income advantage here. Oh, Zast, you dirty dog. You dirty, dirty man. More Zealots right there into the main base. That War Prism. Oh, it's relentless. Close your eyes, everybody. Don't. Oh, no. Oh, it's carnage. More stuff coming in here now for Solar as well. Trying to get rid of this main Protoss force. It's not that intimidating anymore, but the Storm. Oh, my dear lord. It's so much damage right now. There's a lot of Corruptors, so he might be able to kill off this base. But then, what kind of staying power does he have to keep pushing, right? He uses Corrosive Bile, and that's going to be it. That's all he's going to be able to push out with. Okay, so he cleans up this one base, but he lost his natural now as well. And he's losing his Spire again here. He's going to lose the Ultralisk then. And I think we're reaching the point of no return here, honestly, for Solar. It's such a scrappy game right now. Alright, well, that Ultralisk needs to wake up. It's even more sleepy than I am. Oh, losing another base. That's disgusting. Disgusting. He needs to pipe it down here. Oh my dear lord. 2 bases right now mining for Solar. Actually, no, make that 3. Does have this Rich Vespian base right now available as well. Those Void Rays, they will not give up the chase. They are very, very speedy right now. Okay, they do give up the chase there. Oh, man. Solo losing so much stuff right now. Still a Warp Prism just chilling in that main base. Ready to warp in. Now, Zesty's not mining a lot either, is he? Neither of these players are really mining a lot, but I guess Solar still does have the Spore Crawlers, right? That's a big boon for him right now. Repositioning a lot of them right now into the new base that he has acquired. Very important that he does so. These Spore Crawlers as well. If he does go for the Ultralisk army composition, actually can kind of hurt him as well, right? Because that is going to be a rough place overall that he has to wiggle himself through. The War Prism did get spotted by the Corruptors. Need to get on top of that. There's a lot of Spine Crawlers ready to defend this area. This War Prism needs to get taken out. There we go. Finally does bite the bullet there. Or the Spitball from the Corruptor. Does bite the Corruptor Spitball, finally. Solar aware that there is no new base over here. Should be expecting a new base to be popping up on the top right side, though. This game is turning from crazy to just absolutely insane right now. You have to wonder, it's going to be so difficult for Solar to grab himself another base, though, right? Feels quite doable for Zest to take this one over here. Because that way his army is already in a position to defend both these areas as well. For the other mining bases. Although this base already mined out as well. Actually, wow, he's almost on one base economy right here. I guess, you know what, let's see. Solar actually as well. We'll call it 2 and a little bit. 2 and a little bit. But he is still ahead in the economy here. So that's a big deal. And there is Zest now taking this base as well. Does immediately get spotted by Solar. Is he going to do anything about it, though? Can he do anything about it, though? I'm not quite sure. He needs to stay on top of this creep spread as well right now. Very important if he does want to keep his Ultralisk army up and going. Right, there's his retacking right now. Getting himself a new Spire. Actually going for double Spire. Lurker Den and the Hive Tech as well. Back on the way. Needs to remake a couple of those Vipers again, right? Very important as there is a mothership on the course specifically right now. How many Void Rays do we have? We have 9 Void Rays on the field, 5 carriers. Oh, big attack actually on the left side here. Corruptors trying to fend off the air army right now, but that is not going to be doable against that amount of Void Rays. It's going to be a rough one. Needs to have the support of the rest of this force. That's a lot of Infestors here. Ready to take into use that Neural Parasite as well. He does have Neural Parasite, right? Yeah, okay. So ready to take control of the carriers, maybe the mothership as well. We'll have to wait and see. Big tack though, ready to spot anything that's going on here. Scary as hell place to push into though for Zest right now. This place here in the bottom. All right, here we go. Will there be a fight? Massive run by from these links here. Being able to pick off that mining base right now from Zest. Putting him back onto 1 mining base in total here. The creep spread was almost starting up again, but immediately getting shut down again here by Zest as well. Alright, those probes, they did get cleaned up there. My dear lords. Okay, the Dark Templar. A couple of the Zerglings getting underground there. More Zerglings right here on this other base. Quickly rotating backwards with everything that he doesn't need as a necessity to clean up that other base. Coming in here, that's the Fungal Groves. Is he going to commit here? Big Storms trying to zone away those Corruptors and the Infestors. It's incredibly difficult of a fight. Oh my god, look at the feedbacks going off. There we go. Absolutely amazing. Only a single Fungal pretty much going off by like, what is that? 12 Infestors. The rest of it gets feedbacked, and oh my dear lord, Zest is absolutely doing this right now, pushing on through. Who cares that he doesn't have anything mining anymore? He didn't need to. He has this army right already available, and there it is. GG is called. Solar goes down in one hell of a game. And Zest shows the strength that a late game Protoss army can have against the Zerg composition right now. And man, oh man, some great moves as well with the mothership going into the main base, taking out so much of the tech, taking out more of the economy as well. I don't know which one was more important in that situation, but both of those very, very great to see. Sushi gifting away another sub right there. Man, this man. We need to put just a overall limits on the amount of passion this man is allowed to have. Also, thank you all for the follows, people that are following right now. Let me give you a quick shout out. Zai SC2K, Tena Wenner, 11 Glow Fly 22. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Hope that you guys are having some fun. You like me, I see. Thank you, my man. Thank you. I appreciate it. You tried having passion once, never again. Oh man. Yeah, I'm lucky that you know some people seem to enjoy my casting, which is it's very nice. It's very nice. I hope to be able to keep doing it. You know. I love milk. Oh, I do like milk. I'm a Dutchman. I don't know why this became such a meme. Just because I drink milk every stream doesn't mean suddenly it's become a thing, right? Apparently it did. You don't know how... Yeah, don't do it. Don't send me milk, guys. It's probably going to be spoiled once it gets here. Anyway. Man, what a game. What a game. Holy moly. Solar and Zest giving it their all right there. What in the world did we just witness? Honestly. Holy moly. Alright, well, we're going to go into another one. This one's going to be on Everdream. Another pretty big map. Another map where there is a lot of potential to go into that late game. And I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get another one of those late game scenarios. It felt like Solar did make some great moves, almost being able to take a couple of, you know, decisive fights there. But in the end, the army composition of Zest just beating whatever Solar really put together, right? Having those infestors ready, but not quite being able to make anything work with it. Those feedbacks, did you see those feedbacks? Just zapping away those infestors immediately. It's like they never existed. It's like they all got sniped, insta-sniped by ghosts, even though there were no ghosts on that map as far as I'm aware. They do become invisible, so who knows? Who knows? But, man. Nuts. Nuts. Absolutely ridiculous. Alright. Alright. Another game. Another game, another chance. Will Solar even dare to try and get close to a late game scenario right here? We'll have to wait and see. He's the Blue Zerg. I already mentioned him. He's Kaisi Gaming's Solar. Getting his hatchery blocked once again. Bottom left side, that red Protoss player fighting for Raise Your Edge Gaming. 1 point on the board. Needs 2 more. He is Zest. Alright. Again, getting the block on that hatchery right here, very important if he does desire to go for the adept pressure here. A lot of people already anticipate the adept pressure to come as soon as this happens. Of course, it is so common to go for the hatchery block in order to prep for the adept glaives that people already assume that it's going to be happening at this stage in the game. Now, that could, of course, be a little bit of a double-edged sword as well, as if it isn't coming in, then that could mean that, overall, you're gonna be prepping for something that is not coming, right? Which could backfire overall. As anybody who's played StarCraft 2 can tell you, if you're prepping for one thing and then suddenly Void Rays come into your base, or suddenly, I don't know, anything else happens, things can go bad very quickly for you. Red Eye SC2. I don't know if that's the real Red Eye. Probably not, right? That would be ridiculous. Thank you for the follow anyway. Also, Zai SC2K, thank you for that sub. I don't know if I mentioned it, but that's really cool, my man. Thank you. Just coming in here, immediately subbing, just like that. That's what I call a cool StarCraft 2, man. The potato as well, SC2. Is that my Korean buddy right there? I think it might be. What's up, potato? There's a lot of potatoes, though, in the gaming atmosphere, right? A lot of people like to call themselves potato. All of them are professional players, though. Don't let the name fool you. Immediately impressed. I appreciate it, man. Alright, Stargates. For the red Protocest here. Did not get scouted just quite yet. There is an opportunity for this Overlord to come in here, though. You wish you were Korean. Much better at SC2. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although all the bad Koreans, all the Koreans that are bad at StarCraft, actually looking at the, oh god, guys, I need to talk about this game. There's a lot of Zerglings coming in right now, and there's an Oracle on the way. The Oracle is the absolute counter to this type of stuff. I don't think this is going to work out here for Solar. He's trying to punish the Adept Glaives build, but that's not what he's up against. He's up against the Stargate. He did not get to scout this, and now he's going to be scratching his head right here. Okay, the Oracle, how much energy is still left? 15 for... It's going down quickly, but looking at those kills, look at that. That's ridiculous. 14 kills, 15... Okay, it ends on 15, but there's... Oh my god, there's only 17 links left right now. 15. There's 2 Adepts as well in the backside. This is not going to go anywhere anymore. We're going to have to see some kind of follow-up here from Solar, and I don't think we'll see any. Yeah, GG is called. It's just a build order loss right there from Solar. Very unfortunate. Anticipating, like I said, you know, people anticipate the Adept Glaive very quickly when you get your hatchery blocked like that, right? And he's playing against Zest as well, so one of the players that loves to go for the Adept Glaives. And, yeah, going for the Zergling push right there. Anticipating that and trying to punish a timing right there, but ultimately the Oracle coming in and absolutely slapping him down, dunking on those Zerglings right there. And there's really no recovery, honestly. Like, the 2 things you can do is just try to commit anyway, try to break down the buildings quickly enough so that you get inside and actually surround the units inside. The other thing you can do is try to just run around, move backwards, and try to avoid any kind of contact. You know, with that Oracle, make him use up the energy. But even then, I mean, as soon as that happens, there's going to be another Oracle. And usually the Oracle already so quick that it's going to kill a lot of Zerglings anyway. It's going to kill a lot of units anyway. Thank you for the follow as well. Pili, my man. And DGV. DGV. Probably mispronouncing that, but thank you for the follow as well. So that's normally does Adept Glaives on that map, yeah. Yeah, especially when you get your hatch blocked like that. I mean, it just becomes very, very common, and I mean, it's oh, what happens? Wrong map? I'm not sure. But yeah. I mean, you can't blame him. You can't blame him. He took a little bit of a gamble there. You know what? Maybe he was feeling lucky because of the recent girl saying yes to him. But who knows? Who knows? It's actually a good casting, Pog. Thank you, my man. I learned a lot from our coach, Mr. Matisse. He told me a lot of stuff. Especially in this matchup right here. So yeah, alright, here we go. Game number 3 already. Are we gonna see another 3-0 here? That would be a bit of a bummer, wouldn't it? Would be a bit of a bummer, but maybe we're gonna get something good here. I mean, that game number 1, it's kind of tough to see this as a bad series, even if it does become a best of 3, just because of that game number 1. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Give this man a chance. Here we go. Here we go. Victory for Zest. Alright. Alright, remember guys, we're being sponsored today by the Total War 3 Kingdoms. If you like Total War and you haven't given 3 Kingdoms a go yet, this could be a good opportunity, because if you download it right now through the link we provide, you're going to be supporting StarCraft 2, while you're also going to be able to play Total War now and again, right? There's a new DLC out as well. You can download that as well through the link. And yeah, it would be greatly appreciated, guys, if you help us out with that. And you know what? If you want to pick it up, of course. If you don't want to pick it up, then, I mean, in no sense of the words, you know, just don't do it then. But yeah, if that's your type of game, if that's what you fancy, you can get it right now and support StarCraft 2. So it's a win-win situation, you know. All right. Anyway. Still being able to get his hedge blocks, even on the biggest map in the map pool right now. It's the blue Zerg right here in the top right side. It's got to feel bad right now, but let's see if he can eke out a couple of victories here. He needs 3 of them. He is from Kaisi Gaming. He is Solar. The bottom left side, we have ourselves that red Protoss magic from this man. He is the Razor Edge Gamer. He is Zest. Yeah, Zest already on 2 points right now. It's a little bit terrifying here for the blue Zerg, of course. I'd love to see him take a little bit more control of this game, but... Eesh. Eesh. I don't know if it's gonna be doable. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. This is a pretty good map for him, I suppose, right? It's a good Zerg map. Easy to get those multiple bases going, right? 5 bases. Quite easy to secure here, relatively, compared to other maps. Zest has been on a tear right now. Solar. Another Stargate, buddy. Man, that Stargate as well, that's kind of the one thing that bums me out the most about game number 2, is that it was on the edge of the main base, right? So that Overlord that was already on the pillar, on the scouting pillar, if he just had slightly committed to a little bit of scouting towards the main base, he would have seen it. He would have not gone for that circling opening. He would have been able to prep for a Stargate opening. And he would have been fine. He would have been in a good position to carry on through into a different state of the game. And maybe take it there, right? It wouldn't just be a straight up win. But at least it wouldn't just be a straight up loss. Okay, we do see a couple of Zerglings moving across. But nothing too committed here. Just scouting around 6 links. Maybe anticipating a Adept to come across the map here. Is not the case though from Zest. Just sticking with the 1 probe scout. Not committing any further. There's the Oracle now. Spore Crawlers were already on the way though, so... Actually very early Spore Crawlers here from Solar. Surprisingly early. Oh, he does have those 6 Zerglings here, right? So he might be able to... Ah, no. Ah, well. I know, he forces some energy from that Oracle. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hmm. 2 Oracles now. So twice as many as 1. Hmm. Who said you can't do math on stream? Alright, 1 queen in a little bit of trouble. Slight misfire there from Solar as well, but... hitting both the Oracles there a little bit. Almost getting one of them. Maybe could have gotten that one, but... Ah well. Pretty sure Zest would have pulled away a lot quicker then as well. Layer on the way on the 3 base right now. Roach Warren as well. We'll have to wait and see. The follow-up here for Zest could still be more Adept Glaives, of course. Instead, what we're seeing is a Gateway and the Robo right now. Wondering if we're going to see the Robotics Bay as well being added in here. A lot of Zerglings trying to get the denial on this 3rd base. It's always a great way for the Zerg to get himself a little bit ahead here. He didn't overcommit to Zerglings, though, I would want to say, right? He's still on 55 workers right here, so that's a good amount. Solid worker count. I would like to see a 4th base coming up pretty soon as well from Solar, but beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. There we go. Yeah, again, getting only 1 drone there. I think it was like 1 drone and a queen. Yeah, so the Oracle's not doing that much. But I mean, they're still alive as well, so still potentially gonna get themselves a lot of value. With, I don't know, status awards, just tagging the enemy army. All that good stuff. So much potential in that type of army composition. Here is the move out from Zesto. That's a lot of sentries. We have a good amount of roaches. We have no ravages just quite yet, though. They are in production right now, but this base right here, that's going to have to be a cancel. There's no way it's going to be able to keep that up. The Zerglings going for the counterattack. There are still the Oracles there, so that shouldn't be able to do too much either. There's the cancel. Ravages. There's only 4 of them right here. This is a scary army still, right? Especially with those 2 Immortals there. But Zest, I mean, maybe he's going to take... Maybe he's gonna think it's enough already to just clean up that 1 base. Okay, going around here, looking for some creep tumors as well. Is this actually a better place to come into if he does want to commit for an attack? Less angles from the Zerg to run into him here from... But no, okay, does move backwards here, and I think that's the right call. Just forced out a ton of units. And instead of drones, caught up in the worker count pretty nicely here, right? 62 versus 66. Cleaned up that base for a while, really delaying that 4th base. And, yeah, actually, ooh, that is rough. Don't lose those. And now we might see a forced response here from Solar, trying to get some pressure done across the map as well here. Because of all the army units that he just made, you want to get some value out of this. Not quite sure if he's going to be able to. The Oracle's already zapping away. Yeah, this is just so rough. Great targeting here from Zest. Look at that. Cleaning up 3 of those Ravages already. Queen's coming to the rescue, but it's a lot of stuff lost overall. There's the Spire. The Spire, a great tool, of course, here, especially on a big map like this. We do have Blink on the way, so that's going to help out. There's a good amount of shield batteries as well, making it difficult. The natural base is a little bit open. The main base as well, actually, so definitely some opportunities there. Especially if he forces the Starks on the top side of the map with those Roaches and the Zerglings, right? And then he comes in with a bunch of Mutalisk. He has a good amount of gas saved up as well. 1300 gas right now. Should be able to get a great amount of Mutalisk. So far, 7, 8, 10. Alright, there we go. 11. Yeah, that should be able to do quite a bit of beating down on the probe line. Ooh. I don't like this, though. I don't like him already committing here. Gonna lose 2 of those Ravages. May not seem like a lot, but those Ravages, they are rather expensive on the gas. It's really a shame to lose those. And add a unit as well that allows him to escape as well if he does want to try to get a little bit of pressure going. Right, you need those Ravages to use those Biles in order to force the Protoss army backwards. If you only have 3 of them, it's not really a scary thing at all whatsoever. And the Protoss might just consider keeping moving forwards. Okay, here are the Mutalisk right now. Blink is about to finish up. How many Mutalisk are we on? We are on 17. I'm not sure if they're all here. That's a big warp in immediately. Why does Zest always have a warp in available whenever he needs it, you know? He's always just there with his weapons. Oh, dear lord. You might get caught out with these Mutalisk. Okay, he's going to take a fight here with the Stalkers. I'm not sure if this is the greatest. He might not take a great trade, but he's winning out. Didn't... How many Mutalisk? Okay, he lost 3 of them. There's still a lot of Mutalisk to lose, though. He's going to lose more right now. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, that's actually 5 of them going down. That's without killing any probes here, I believe. Oh. Solar trying to come in here again. The force fields. Oh my god, look at those force fields. So much of the stuff just trapped immediately. Zest completely just imprisoning the entire army of the Zerg right now. A couple of Colossi on the top side. Oh, the Blink Stalk is chasing right now as well. Solar taking in a horrendous fight in a horrendous location. He did clean up... no, actually, no. All those sentries are still alive as well. 6 of them still on the field. Man, okay. Solar just going to go for the counterattack right now. As Zest is also just moving across the field with an army that, you know what, has nothing really as a response now for Solar available. He will lose every single fight, no matter how well he micros against that army of Zest right now. He needs to get his value elsewhere, and that's what he's trying to do. He's just trying to force a base trade here. It's going to be a rough one for Solar, I believe. Overall, Zest is looking pretty darn fine with his force right now. Yeah, spreading out a little bit with those Colossi might become difficult to actually get a recall going here that works out. But what would he really need to recall? I mean, honestly, just recalling this might already be enough against mostly Mutalisk. Actually, 11 more Mutalisk are on the way right now. The Spire does go down as well. There is still enough money for Solar to make a hatchery somewhere. He just needs to make sure that he keeps a drone alive. Okay, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's sending drones across the map right now. Will Solar still be able to make this work? It's gonna be a rough one. He needs to clean up these bases. Where are all the probes? There's no more probes on the field for Zest. The Nexus right here, if that goes down as well, there won't be a recall anymore either. This could be a lot of trouble. There is that hidden hatchery right there in the top left side. And you know what? Maybe Solar will be able to clean this up in time. Get all the bases. Get all the structures right here. Zest is scrambling to get back in time, but... oh, it's a race against the clock right now. And even if he does get back, Solar can just run away with those Mutalisk, right? He can just move out here. There's no more mining potential for Zest, and he'll have to figure out a different way to keep units still in his base and then try to send other units across the field here. Oh, great interception right on top of those Stalkers. This is a good job here by Solar, being able to take a good fight as well. Oh my dear lord, has he done it? The Stalkers are gone. There's nothing anymore for the Mutalisk. GG is called. And Solar takes a game on the board right now. My dear lord. Oh, I love it. Man. That's a great one. A great overall play there by Mr. Solar. So many more Mutalisk that he could make, though. My dear lord, that was a really surprise. The amount of Mutalisk that he still managed to squeeze out and send across the map there, with all that going on, that was pretty insane, honestly. But yeah, I mean, never underestimate the power of a base trade. Solar showcasing, you know what, sometimes things look desperate, but there's always a way where you might be able to still turn it around, and turn it around he did. Up until the last moment in time there, taking that fight against mainly the Stalkers there. Zest running a little bit ahead of himself, trying to save as many buildings as possible, sending those Stalkers too far forwards, and letting Zerglings, Roaches, and Mutalisk take the fight head-to-head with mainly a Stalker army, without the Colossi support, without the Immortals, without any of that other good actual Proto stuff, right? No force fields either. Imagine those Stalkers just fighting against the Mutalisk, without the Roaches, and without the Zerglings there to support. That would be an entirely different fight. So Zest, you know what, maybe a little bit of a panic right there. Not quite making the right move there in the end anymore. And losing all those Stalkers. You know what, maybe he still would have lost the fight in the end. I'm not completely convinced, but it would have been a whole lot closer than what we saw right there. Alright. Oh man, oh man. This series is getting pretty intense. We got the wrong map again. You know what, we gotta calm it down somehow. We gotta throw some water on this fire in some way. Man. Don't want the entire place to burn down with the heat coming from this series right now. Zest needs a matchup strat. Solar will outplay in long run. I don't know, man. I don't know. That game number 1. Ooh. Ooh. Man, Zest in the long play. I mean, he absolutely outslept Solar every which way. Doing it marvelously so as well. I mean, ultimately, it was Zest that tried to commit for the for the attack as well there, right? Allowing Solar to come in for the counterattack. It's It's rough. It's a rough one. All right. Game number 4. We're on game number 4. Did we get it right? Did we get it right? I hope so. Okay, we're not cancelling, so that's always good. All right. There we are. There we are. Another game right here taking place in the bottom left side. He actually managed to get that game into his favor. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Anyway, the Blue Zerg. He's the one and only Kaisi Gamer. He is Solar. There's some other gamers on Kaisi, but right now he's the one that is the important one. In the top right side, Raise Your Edge Gaming. He's the one and only Zest. Red Protoss. Okay, it is a gateway. Not that long ago, I saw Zest in a best of 5, and I think he did a cannon rush like 3 times in a row. Or maybe it was the best of 9, actually. I think it was the best of 9, yeah. He did like 3 cannon rushes in a row. Lost all of them. Then he did another cannon rush. And he won. And then he stopped cannon rushing. I believe that was against Solar as well. Yeah, that was against Solar as well. That was against Solar. Well, not this time, though. No, a single cannon rush whatsoever. He actually wants to win this time around. Oh, he was really not good with the cannon rushes anyway. Usually, if you do want a cannon rush, you want to have the pylon in the main base. But he kept putting his pylon at the natural base and kept making that forge over here, allowing Solar to just run in with a drone, get proxy hatched, and then send a ton of Zerglings in. He's been cured of the cannon rushes for a while, yeah. That's good to see, it's good to see. Quinn Long 210, thank you for the follow. And it's SC2 times Sun. It's SC2 times Sun. Thank you for the follow as well. Another hatchery blocked here by the one and only Zest, as is per usual. Some Protosses love doing it, some Protosses just don't really feel the need of it for it. But Zest definitely one of the Protoss that will always commit for that block. I don't know what that blue thing is made of, but Overlords go straight through it. Maybe it's like because I'm on medium graphics, it doesn't do the thing it's supposed to do. Maybe I just gave away that I'm on medium graphics here. I don't know. Alright, so the Stalker here. Keeping guard. There's that second Overlord though. You don't always have the second Overlord already next to the base. This time around, Solar, he's looking to get that scout. Oh, it's a Dark Shrine. Okay. A little bit of a gamble here. But if it pays off, it's gonna pay off hard. If it doesn't, though, he always still has the Archon follow-up, right? The Archon drops. But seeing this Overlord over here, I would imagine he will be able to get the scout off. In one way or another. We saw Solar going for the very early on Spore Crawlers as well, right, in the previous game. Even though he didn't see it was a Stargate just yet. He seems to always go for those Spore Crawlers. He doesn't seem to me like a player that's like, you know what, maybe I can cut the corner here of the Spore Crawler, right? And even then, he will build at least 2 in his main and his third. To at least have those 2 side areas covered. Can have his queens in the middle against the oracles. That will be fine as well. 6 more links here on the way, so he will go up to 8 in total. Sees the War Prism here. Oh, there it goes. He did go up to actually 47 workers right now. Which, if this was an adept attack, this would be absolutely frightening. But instead, of course, the Dark Templar does get the scout off here, so it looks like he will have all the information that he needs. He sensed them elsewhere, realizing it did get scouted, and just, I don't know exactly where he's planning to go with these. What is the use to go there? Interesting. Guess he wants to use them defensively? For the third base? Oh, okay, this makes sense now. Alright, yeah, he just doesn't want the Zerglings to come in here and just clean up that third base. That makes sense. You know what? Never doubt Zest. He's a smart man. He'll do the right stuff. He'll make the right moves. Except sometimes when he thinks he can just A-move across the map and then get space traded. Sometimes then, you know what? For anybody, the pressure will come and get you. So, that is a rough one for Zest here, of course. He will try to make something happen here still with the Archons, but ultimately getting nothing done with those DTs already on its own. Quite a little bit disturbing. The Zerglings here, that's a lot of Zerglings right now. Are they going to get on top of the sentries? Yes, they will. Force fields are pretty good, though. Is it going to be enough? He forced out a lot of force fields. There's no more force fields here. He might be able to get inside the pylon. Just in the nick of time in there. Calm the Archon back again, ready to save the day. Good attempt there by Solar, trying to get some value there. And I think he kind of did, right? Cleaning up one of those sentries. Forcing those Archons backwards. Oh, nice micro there from Zest. Holy moly. Holy moly. Calm down, Zest. Jeez. How does he do it? How does he do it? Alright. Coming in. Oh, might be able to cancel on this base, actually. The Roach is not there in the time. That's a good one. More Zerglings are ready, but 2 Immortals are holding the gate there with an Adept in the back as well, so that should be settled. Roaches on every which way that this War Prism can go right now, so we'll have to move backwards and re-coordinate its efforts. Zerglings just keeping tabs on the Protoss army here, the Protoss forces. And also going to be able to come in here with the Overseer, check out what's happening, and actually seize all these gates. Well, he stopped moving. Oh my god, keep going a little bit more. I see all the gateways. Yeah, that's fine. I think we are going to see a little bit of a committal here from Zest. He stopped making probes here for a while now. He's got a good amount of Immortals. There are the items. He actually is still getting +1 and Storm as well, right? So, I'll have to keep an eye out whether or not he is going to restart the probes. And whether or not he's going to try to make another base here. A little nice pick up there on those drones. 3 of them. You know what? Might as well. Solar doing a good job so far. Game number 1, he did take quite a lot of damage still from those Adepts, right? He kind of over-committed to the defense, and then he still took a lot of damage, which is absolutely just pretty nuts. That he still took that much damage, but... oh well. Second game, just a straight-up build order win, which is why Zest got himself very quickly on a 2-0 lead. And then the third game, oh my dear lord. That was absolutely as close as it can get. Now this fourth game, I feel like this fourth game is going to tell us a lot. The Archon drop and the DT attack didn't quite get to do anything, right? Oh, some High Templar here, just on their lonesome a little bit. Gets one of them. Big storms though as well, dealing a lot of damage to the Roaches and the Zerglings. Another storm. Oh, the force fields. Just barely not in time. Could have been absolutely horrible here. There it is again. Those Zest Warpins. He always knows when he needs to save his Warpins. I don't know how he does it, but... he's the fortune teller of knowing when he needs those Warpins. These Mutalisks actually committing here rather heavily. Very surprising. Okay, again, gonna take a fight with Stalkers. You don't see a lot of Mutalisks continuously taking fights with Stalkers, but Solar, he's not afraid of any Stalker accounts, and he just jumps right on top of it, even if he will lose a good amount of Mutalisk in the process as well. Trying to clean up some of the probes right now. And I guess the more important part is he's keeping Zest in his main base right now, right? He's staying close at home. He doesn't want to lose all of his probes. And this attack right here, it's going to be delayed even more so as Solar is setting up a 5th base right now against it for the 3 bases of Zest. Big storm right there. Solar, did he overcommit right here with the roaches? He's going to lose a ton of them right now. Some Zerglings still poking away on the top side, but they will be cleaned up. Mutalisk here, need to be careful of those Archons. And Solar, I mean, this is a scary one, honestly. He doesn't have that much staying power anymore. The Mutalisk very, very flimsy against these Archons. Together with those Stalkers, it's going to be an easy pickings. He needs to have Roaches, and right now he's making Zerglings. He's making a lot of Zerglings. He's going to have to target down those, those Archons as quickly as possible. Sends the Mutalisk over the army of Zest. Is he trying to just lure Zest away again? Is he trying to buy himself more time? He's going to go for the base trade again here. And I think, you know what, that one fight he took out this 3rd base, that may come to cost him here. He's trying to go for the base trade. Once again, a lot of Zerglings here ready to help out against these Stalkers right there with the Mutalisk. He might be able to make it work here, but, I mean, at the same time, oh, Zest is doing so much damage as well with these Immortals and the Stalkers, the Archons. And that is really a army that is very scary to fight against. A recall takes place as well. Sends the Archons home. Those are the units he needs right now. The Mutalisk are kind of stuck right here. And he's moving back across the field. May want to try to get rid of those Immortals and the Stalkers right now in his natural base. He took one hell of a blow on the nose right now, but I'm not sure if he will be able to recover. I'm not quite sure, guys. A nice little magic box there going on. We'll be able to clean up this small cluster of Stalkers. But still, I mean, Zest going strong here. Continuing onwards with this attack. Pushing forwards. As Solar lost just a little bit too much. Yeah, there it is. GG is called. And that was the unfortunate bit there. Solar getting taken out. Whew. One hell of a show, though. One hell of a show. Zest, congratulations to him. We'll be moving onwards, and that means we're going to have Zest versus Hurricane here. Best of 7. We'll see which one of those is the better StarCraft 2 player. Congratulations to him. That was one hell of a series, though. That was pretty darn nuts. Even though it was, in the end, right, a 3 versus 1, I want to say. Was it? Yeah, it was 3 versus 1, yeah. I mean, that was still a series that was much closer than it kind of, the score makes it look out to be, right? A little bit unfortunate. A little bit unfortunate, but hey. We'll try to see what happens in the finals. Man. It's just, oh man, thinking back on that one game there with the Zerglings. The Zergling build versus the Stargate, that's just, oh, if you didn't lose that one. Oh well, oh well. That's StarCraft for you. Always on a knife's edge, and in the end, Zest being able to balance that knife's edge a little bit better into his favor. And coming out as the victor there, and he has been playing incredibly well as well recently, though. He has been kicking some serious ass recently in the overall StarCraft 2 scene. Fleeg 080808, thank you for that follow as well. Much appreciated. Hope to see you again at some other points in time. And yeah, hope you're having yourself a blast here with the StarCraft 2. Alright. Guys, we're gonna have a little bit of a moment here, of course, because of the veto process between these two. Zest versus Hurricane. Will be a best of 7. We're gonna have to wait and see which maps they want to play on, which maps they don't want to play on. And put those on the later parts of the best of 7, of course, because, you know what, there's only 7 maps. No vetoes, just picking in order. And as soon as that is sorted, we might take a little bit of a moment as well. Guys, remember, there is, of course, a sponsor for this stream, the 3 Total Kingdoms Total War. We're going to be playing it in a moment as well. And it's gonna be a pretty darn good one, I hope. I mean, Total War Kingdoms overall, I haven't played the 3 Kingdoms myself just yet. This is going to be my first playthrough, but I have played a ton of Total War. I've seen a lot of people playing 3 Kingdoms as well. It's a little bit more hero-based overall, which is also in the new version, of course, for Sparta. But yeah, it has a lot of heroes that, you know what, kind of mix it up a little bit, right? I think they took some inspiration from the previous games that they had from Total Warhammer, where they also had all these heroes and these bigger, tougher units. And they just add a whole new dimension into the game overall. Things you want to target down, things that really manage to just beat the snot out of armies. But yeah, it's cool stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in that game, definitely go check it out. It's downloadable through a link in the chat, !3 Kingdoms, and you'll get yourself the link. And yeah, go check it out, guys. Definitely worth it if that's your type of jam, if you like strategy games. Total War, definitely one you got to check out. They are the best when it comes to massive battlefield battles. I don't know how to say it, but just immense amount of numbers of units clashing into one another. They are very good at making that work. Projectiles just continuously flying through the air. Gazillions of arrows. If you like, I mean, yeah, I thought that was a good point to make, Lizard. I'm sorry. Trying to play into the crowd here, you know? If you like strategy games, which I think you might, you might like this one as well. So, yeah, if you're looking for something else to sometimes play in your off time, Total War 3 Kingdoms, you can get it now while supporting StarCraft 2. And the Matcherino page, if you haven't already. The Matcherino page, definitely a thing worth checking out as well. All you got to do there to support these players in particular is add a little code into the coupon code box. Emblemo. More money added into the prize pool. Next one up will be as well, of course, on that website. There's a couple of quests. You can buy yourself the you can buy yourself the replay pack, so you'll have all the replays of this entire series, right? If you want to revisit the Soda versus Zest games, that's going to be on the menu for you. And well, also the Cure versus Hurricane games, of course, as well. Is there more games right now? Yes, there will be. We're gonna have Zest versus Hurricane, a best of 7. And then afterwards, we'll be playing a little bit of Total War, actually, as well. On the stream afterwards. So, yeah. Make sure to stick around for that as well, if that's your jam. We would appreciate it. And maybe you'd like it, you know, if you're kind of like, yeah, I've heard about this Total War thing. Maybe it's cool. Good moment to check it out, you know, if you want to. If you got some time to spare. Hurricane doing good recently. Yeah, it's nuts, actually. It's taking out big names. Right, taking out DRG, TY, and now Cure as well. Cure in a 3-0 fashion as well. And TY as well, also a 3-0, so I don't know what Hurricane has been doing recently, but it's definitely working out for him. Not making a single Void Ray either, so hey, good for him. Good for him, man. Making it work. What's wrong right now with the vetoes? Oh, the lobby selection. I think Zest actually, maybe he was bugged. I don't know. Sometimes that does happen. Ah. There we go. Get rid of that. Don't need it anymore. Alright. Alright. Let's see. PvP, of course, a very volatile matchup. Don't need the bottle anymore. It's empty. It's time for the milk. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I do have it, but... oh, well. Yeah. PvP. I wonder, man. I wonder. Honestly, already Hurricane proving himself very much so in the PvT matchup. He's proven himself in the PvZ matchup as well, taking out Dongregu. Dongregu, very tough opponent right now, I would say. Very impressed with how he made his comeback happen. And now in the PvP matchup, I wonder if he will be able to take this one down as well. If he does, right, if he does manage to beat Zest in a best of 7, that is something to write home about. That is something that is very worth mentioning. That means that Hurricane is going to be one of the real top contenders right now to look out for in any big tournament that he enters, right? Even when there are the bigger names that we would normally see as the potential winners over him, right? That we would estimate would be able to take him down. If Kane doesn't 3-0 Zest, then something's wrong. Yeah. Something must be... I mean, there would be something wrong if he... because it's the best of 7. There would be something wrong already if it does happen. It would be a 4-0. Alright. Alright. Here we go. And the top right side, Team LP's Blue Protoss player. He is Hurricane. Bottom left side, there he is, the red Protoss. Fighting for Raise Your Edge. Going for a bottom low ground pylon right there. He is Zest. Low ground pylon, maybe looking for a quicker expansion here, or perhaps just looking to get his gateways closer to his opponents in order to murder him quicker. Both a possibility here. Have to keep our eye out on this one. There is that gateway. You don't see that many Nexus first builds anymore. How did Zest beat Solar? Oh man, it was really one of the better series that I've watched. In a long time. In a long time. That first game, going late game, ZVP. Oh my dear Lord, Zest. Absolutely killing it. Solar as well. Making some great moves, but ultimately just kind of being out positions here and there. Because of a mothership. A certain mothership suddenly coming in. That's the pylon block. That's a rough one for Zest. Now, probably was looking for that quicker Nexus right now. Hurricane immediately responding to seeing the buildings on the low ground here. Game number 2, 2-pack hologram, was a build order win, just straight up build order win. Zest going for the Oracle, and Solar going for the circling, the mass circling, trying to punish the Adept Glaive attack. Yeah, the mothership got inside of the main base. He took out absolutely everything. Trying to get up onto the ramp right there and into his main base, just getting stormed. Absolutely, absolute insanity. A great series there. The rest of the game's also a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Alright, 2 Stargates. Here we go. This is the new way to play PvP, I feel like. If you don't go for the Stargates, you just don't know what's happening anymore. You've fallen asleep at the wheel. You've been drinking too much. And you're going for a troll build. Either that or you're on the Smurf account. And you're like, you know what? Finally, I don't have to play these Void Race anymore. Oh, it's actually an Oracle here for her. You can open up with an Oracle. That is fine too. I'm pretty sure Zest will go for the Void Ray, right? Prove me right, Zest. Come on. Oh, imagine neither of these going for the Void Race now. At all. Whatsoever. Well. That's what I said. Oracles. You see, always Oracles every single time in the PvP matchup. If you don't make Oracles, you just don't know what's happening anymore. You're asleep at the wheels, what I said. Okay, oh, there is actual Void Ray follow-up here. Just need one from Zest now as well. Zest Oracle going to be arriving a little bit sooner here. Both of these players though. Actually, no, there's no shield battery here in the mineral line for Hurricane. So this Oracle might be able to pick off a couple of units here. Wait, what's this Zealot doing here? Huh. Was that supposed to be there? Was that supposed to be there? I'm not quite sure. Zest not making Void Race right now. Oh. Curious. Very, very curious. Wrong time to send probes, but apparently also the right time. Oracle not committing there. Stargate is going to get scouted now. Oh, no. Never mind. Not quite yet. He's looking for it, though. Okay, there we go. There he is. We'll get to shut that down. And now Zest is going to be without a Stargate here, so I don't know. I don't know what you can really do. The PvP matchup is in a little bit of a weird spot right now, right? You can go for the Blink Stalkers, but ultimately Void Rays are just so gosh darn good against Stalkers. So the one real response you have is going Stargate yourself, it feels like. Blink Stalkers definitely is a thing, of course, against the Void Rays. It always used to be the normal response, just get enough to one-shot, and then, you know what, with a good shield battery stuff as well, you will be able to gun them down, as long as you just run away from them as they use that overcharge ability, right? Or the Void Ray. The Void Ray, how do you call this? Prismatic alignment? Something Prodigy like that. Alright, here we go. No blink just quite yet. There are the sentries here involved as well. So Hurricane might be able to get a good couple of force fields here ready to trap those Stalkers from Zest. This is looking rather rough right now. There we go. Immediately shutting down quite a good amount of overall defensive capabilities. Even more so. Great force field stab from Hurricane. The shield batteries aren't done yet. That's it. That's GG. What are you gonna do, Zest? What are you gonna do? You don't have a Cyber Core. You don't... More Stalkers getting trapped right now. Hurricane on absolute fire. Getting more Stalkers involved as well. And that's it. That's what happens when you don't make that Void Ray. This is it, guys. Take this to heart. Oh, okay. It's Hurricane. He's merciful. He moves backwards. Interesting. Was not anticipating this. I mean, he cleaned up the... He cleaned up the Cyber Core. He could have just targeted down those Stalkers as well, and then one with... Interesting. Very, very interesting. Why did he move backwards? I mean, he didn't even really do any economic damage. He cleaned up some Stalkers. No probe kills. Why did he move backwards? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Why did he move backwards? 5 more gateways on the way, though. Afraid of DTs? Blink being done? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. It's just, it felt like, you know what? Killing that Cyber Core was just the last nail in the coffin there. To me, at least. Blink is done, but... He called out so many of those Stalkers as well. Maybe it was because he didn't have any more extra force fields? I don't know. Maybe he didn't feel the need to keep pushing, but now, I mean, Zest, he's on a 51 army worker supply versus 43, so... Alright, well, Suddenly Zest in a really good position now. He's got that quicker third command center. Command nexus, of course, as is the term. Already set up as well. And Zest here going for the charge slots and the Archon play right here. Great thing to do because he didn't have that Cyber Core, of course. Had to kind of make a lot of Zealots in order not to die. I'm still surprised. I'm still perplexed right now. Yeah, Hurricane just put himself in a wonderful position and moved away from from a potential victory. Oh well. Oh well. We're just gonna continue onwards. No matter. No matter. I'm a bit surprised that he's not making more Void Rays either. Neither of these players are really making more of them right now. Just a single one, really, that he made to try and get the scout off. Okay, he's going for the Robotics Bay here, so I'm imagining he's going to go for the Blink Disruptor play right here. The Blink Disruptor play does okay against Zealots and Archons overall. It's a little bit dicey because, of course, the Zealots, they rush into your army, and then you need to have great control with those Disruptors to really make that work. War Prism gets scouted. There's the 3 Stalkers actually. Oh my dear lords. Get away. Okay, nice little bit of micro there from Hurricane. Does manage to escape with that War Prism. Will not get picked off this day. Gonna set up defensively over here as well. Okay, things are equaling out here for these players. Zest already making a 4th base though. That's a big deal if he does manage to get that secured here without Hurricane feeling like he can do that himself, as Zest is just across the map right now. He's coming in pretty heavily with these forces. There's no Disruptors on the field just quite yet here for Hurricane. He does have a good amount of Archons. One of them in the back, though, not quite helping out so far. 2 High Templar being warped in, not quite going into Archon mode. Oh, the Archons for Zest, though, they're still standing strong. That Void Ray is being shield bettered, but will be bettered up anyway. It will be. Okay, no, the Immortal stands strong. And Hurricane does hold on here. A little bit tense, but definitely shield batteries once again proving their overall worth in any matchup. Yeah, Zealots, they don't do well against Archons, that is for sure. Trying to catch up to this army right now with the War Prism. Nice micro from Hurricane. Oh, as I said, he stops moving. There's a Disruptor here all in its lonesome. That's gonna get taken out. Unfortunate. Trying to get there with his War Prism to try and pick it up, but not quite able to save it. More Protoss forces for Hurricane. Looking out to try and find that War Prism again. Couldn't quite find it though. Going back towards the top side. Okay, sees it now. He's hoping he will commit into the main base. Actually already showing those Stalkers. He doesn't have Blink, so he wouldn't be able to jump underneath anyway. Great chokehold. Yeah, great chokehold indeed. For sure. Zealots absolutely melting to the Archon there. Alright. Well, Zest is coming in again here on the left side. Will be able to force a cancel on that 4th if he does so desire. Might go instead for the 3rd base. As Hurricane, he's not slowing down. He will keep moving forwards here. Oh, that War Prism is still there as well. Will be able to facilitate a lot of reinforcing units. Hurricane now deciding that he needs to move backwards. And that is a very important moment. He will still lose this base, even though he does decide to send everything backwards, and Zest can just move on out of there. Skedaddle. Kill that Nexus and just do well anyway. Yeah, Hurricane, I mean, Again, I'm not sure if I liked him moving backwards in that position. At least send something across the map, right? Just send some of those Zealots. Send an Archon or 2. Anything. And try to hold off defensively with your shield batteries and the Disruptors. Oh, Disruptors now for Zest as well in the field. The one advantage Hurricane still had. Okay, big snipes though on those Disruptors from Hurricane. Will be able to land his own Disruptor shots. May still be able to make something work here. Good pickup micro though from Zest, and GG is called. Hurricane losing a game that, honestly, I already called in his favor there. I honestly really thought he would have won that one. Right there off the bat with that attack, and Well, that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. A great hold as well afterwards, but in the end, you know what? Zest just out-positioning him a little bit quicker with the trigger, trying to go across the map here. And Hurricane being like, you know what? Let me just move backwards. Zest with a massive economy lead then, of course, afterwards. 4 base versus 2. Being able to squeeze out those disruptors, squeeze out more warpins, and cleans up the game right there. No chance for Hurricane to retreat either, right? It's not like he can just be like, you know what, let me not take this fight, let me move backwards, reinforce my units again and try again later. The more he would wait at that moment in time, the further he would fall behind, the less stuff overall he would have, and it's just a bad moment in time. What is late game PvP like these days? It's rough to say. You don't get into a lot of late game PvPs at this moment in time. I feel like it's one of the least explored late game scenarios. Because, you know what, we have so many proxy robos, we have so many proxy Stargates. And then just overall timing pushes, right? With whether it be Archon Zealots, whether it be Immortals, Stalker Disruptors. Stalker Disruptor, right? Blink Stalker and then Disruptors. Seems to be a big thing. And then you can get yourself Phoenixes in order to lift up the Disruptors to cancel those shots. Then you can get... I guess you can go in Skytos as well. I'm trying to think back. I've seen a couple of games. I'm trying to remember whether they went for Carriers or for Tempest. I feel like the Carriers, there was this certain thing that made me think like, alright, well, I guess Carriers are just not the way to go. Or maybe that was with Tempest. I don't know. I forgot. I haven't really not seen it all that often. It's a rare thing to see. Fab69 Eyes, thank you for that follow. Much appreciated. Do Void Rays beat Carriers? I guess it depends on the numbers, right? Void Rays are armored... Carriers are armored too. It's a rough one. That's a rough one. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue, actually. Do they? Probably not, right? I mean, Carriers just do so much damage overall. I guess the thing is as well with Void Rays, you might have more of them, but then if you incorporate something like Storm or Archons with the attack as well for the Carriers, right? Suddenly you have AoE damage that really does a number on the Void Rays, and then maybe that's why you don't see that all too often. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more late game PvP. Remembering the late game PvP we had between Estrella and Neeb, that was that was quite something else. Just mass zealots versus mass zealots. Hundreds of zealots running into hundreds of zealots everywhere, continuously, non-stop. Hurricane seems so hesitant for the entire game. Not sure what's going on for Warp Prism drops, backing off from what looked like a one game in the beginning. Yeah, true. I completely agree with you, man. It's hard to disagree, honestly, with Hurricane played that absolutely brilliantly in the beginning part of the game, and then it felt like he just lost his cool. He moved backwards after thinking like, all right, I dealt so much damage right now. I feel like I'm in a good spot, but then. Like, he didn't make his own third base either, right? Afterwards, he went backwards. He tried to recuperate. He tried to increase his forces, even though he already had an army lead at that moment in time. Instead of then just plopping down a third base immediately after getting all those kills, he's like, you know what, let me make more units to also make sure I don't get killed off right now, and then I'll win in the later game because I killed off so many Stalkers and the Cyber Core, but... just not the case, right? Zest power boosting up his macro again, going for that third base quicker, in fact, than Hurricane. Even though he did take so much army losses. Still just chronoing out probes. Doing absolutely wonderful with this. Actually, this is starting to get a little bit feisty as well. Hurricane really committing now with these Stalkers. Maybe able to make some moves. Oh, great force fields there though by Zest. We'll be able to pick off one of those Stalkers at least. Another one might be in a little bit of trouble. 2 Stalkers on the low ground here. A recall from Zest actually. That may be the final ticket here for Hurricane that he needs. We'll be able to pick off these Stalkers right away. Those probes helping out as well. Son, oh my dear lord. Has Hurricane done it again? Please don't just move backwards right now. Okay, GG is called. This is the second game. Sorry, okay. I forgot to put on the scores there. This is now a 1-1 series. So Hurricane being able to win that one in the early game. Being able to win at least one of those. Let's see what happens in the third game here. Afraid of the massive Zest bank. That's right. He's so scary, even when he has nothing. That's right. I mean, sometimes that is, you know what, just the overall mental state of a player does have a lot of influence in a game, right? Zest, a player of massive reputation. Just all these sort of Protoss players just absolutely adore him. Think the world of him. So if you're in a good position, suddenly, like, you know what, you can get ahead of yourself and suddenly just start making mistakes because of that, right? Because you're like, wait a moment, this is Zest I'm playing against. I'm doing good against Zest. Oh my dear lord, what's happening here? And then suddenly it must be, you're like thinking in your head, he must be having something else, right? There must be something else happening here. Why am I doing this good against Zest? What is going on? And then suddenly, that is the one thing that makes you lose the game. Anyway, not that time around. Did manage to tie up the series here again. Hurricane absolutely playing wonderful. Absolutely wonderfully. Blue Protoss right here. Team LPs. Hurricane. Top right side, red Protoss. Raise your edge gaming. He is Zest. I mean, it's not just a guy that took down a ton of champions, right? Taking a lot of trophies overall. It's also a guy that is one of the staple creators and innovators of the entire Protoss race. Zest is, well, one of the biggest overall brains that when it comes to just making new Protoss stuff up. Coming up with new ways to approach matchups. Bringing in new build orders for everybody to use and abuse. And doing it wonderfully so. Maybe that is why. That's the one thing I can really think of when Hurricane was in such a good position to just keep pushing there when he suddenly decided, you know what, I need to move backwards. Afraid that something else might be coming up, which there really wasn't anything. Anyway. It's all speculation after all. Only Hurricane will know, and what really made him pull backwards there. Alright, both the players going for adepts right now. Ring around the rosy with these two probes. Whoosh. Has to block with the pylon. Gonna be able to see what kind of units come out of the gateways and stuff. Yeah, that's the cancel as well. Happy to know that it is going to be the zealot, or the zealots, the adepts. Why do I keep calling adept zealots today? Oh, this is interesting. Scooting on forwards, and actually Hurricane doing the chase right now. Oh, the Shade's going backwards. Is he gonna commit to the chase? Yes, he is. Always fun to see. More distance created though by Zest here. Yeah, we'll be able to get those units back home safely. Has the 2 sentries at home as well. A probe ready to block off the ramp. So these zealots, this bloody hell. The adepts won't be able to come in here. Oh, wait, what? Oh, what the? Okay, he cancels as well. He could have gotten the, he could have targeted down the sentries there, I would say, right? I'm pretty sure it's a 2-shot for 2 adepts. 2 shots and you kill the sentries. He's gonna get it again. I swear, if he gets this again. Okay. Do you think Zest wanted him to make that happen? You think he wanted him to do the shade? There wasn't that much else going on, right? He must have been looking at his base. Where else could he have been looking? Maybe the Twilight Council? It's rough. Well, there's a Nexus out right now. Oracle might be able to force the units to stay into the main base. There's no probe right here for the wall off, but the adepts, why would you commit here? Okay, yeah, that's true. So a lot of red Protoss right there. Oh, status trap, that's fun. Another shade forcing those Stalkers to stay backwards here. Cannot commit. I mean, the Nexus, it's gonna take a while before that's actually in any real sense of trouble. Another shade. Yeah, has more than enough now at home. Can't keep chasing with these Stalkers. Knows about the status trap here, it looks like as well. Will not fall for it. And of course that hallucinated Phoenix allowing to see the Oracles there. Very surprised he still tried to go for it here, honestly. He knew there was Stalkers there. He knew his Oracles was seen, but oh well. Oh well. Dark Shrine coming up. Coming up. What do we have? Here's the detection kind of thing here for Zest. So far, we don't have anything here, so this could be absolutely massive right now. Still no Robo or Stargate on the way. Actually, this could end the game right here, guys. If this is not gonna be counted in any sense of the word. There is a Forge on the way, so as soon as that's done, he might be able to get a couple of cannons out on the field. But the cannons, one of the most susceptible ways to deal with DTs that can get killed off as you're trying to deal with them. A 3rd base for Zest as well, an investment that he may come to regret sooner or later with those Dark Templars coming in here. Still no response whatsoever, except of course for that Fortune. He's not going to be building cannons anytime soon, guys. He's going to be building the +1 attack probably, and that's about it. Yeah, no cannons whatsoever on the production tab right here. There is that Robo. Where are these DTs? He's got the Dark Shrine ready. Okay, there's 1, there's 2. Oh, I should go for like 3 or 4 right now, I feel like. There's the other one. Okay. Alright, in he comes. This could end the game, guys, honestly. We need to see a great response here from Zest. It comes down to some invisible units walking in right now. How much damage will they be able to get done? This could be absolutely devastating if 2 of them get into the main base, of course, in particular as well. The only way to really deal with this right now is going to be the cannons. The robotics facility not quite done yet. Nice blink right there, denying this other Dark Templar to really get on top of those probes. The probes right now running towards the 3rd base. Look at this micro overall from Zest. Absolutely lovely. Trying to block these Dark Templars from doing anything so far. He's building... Okay, he's building that observer right now. GG is called anyway. Will not be able to do anything. And Hurricane takes game number 3. Alright. Dark Templar getting another game on the board here for Hurricane. Oh, man. Yeah, I think he wanted to trap and kill them. Yeah, with the status trap, right? But there were only just 2 adepts. True, true. Hurricane keeping this spicy. Man, if Hurricane does this, I'm going to be thoroughly impressed. To be fair, I mean, that was a little bit of a lucky break as well, right? Zest not going for that Robo for a long time. Not going for the Stargate either, which also would produce the Oracle, which also would allow him to get that sorted. But also great play there from Hurricane, right? Kind of realizing, being on top of the base of Zest there for so long with those adepts, it did kind of feel like it was on the fly decision making, being like, you know what I could do. In this situation in particular, I'm not seeing that much in the way, shape, or form of stealth detection. There might be a good chance that I'm going to just be able to straight up kill him with Dark Shrine. he went for it and actually did manage to get it right there. So, you know what? If he did have a mental block in the first game, maybe it's starting to decay a little bit here, because he is taking some big risks overall, and he's willing to just go in with all this stuff right now. That is a little bit of a gamble, but working out right now. All right, here we go. Here we go. Top left side, Blue Brodels. He is Team LP's Hurricane. Really showcasing some great games, not just today, but recently. Overall, just taking out some great names. His opponent today, will he be able to take this one as well out? Will he be able to be added onto his list? The Red Brodels from Raise Your Edge Gaming. He is Zest. Oops, wrong window. It's okay, Tupac. We'll forgive you. Alright, Hurricane and Zest both going at it again here. Game number 4 already. Hurricane. If he gets this one, it's going to be a 3-1 score. And that's devastating in a best of 7. That means only one more victory is required. Zest will need to get himself 3 victories in a row. And that is just such a tough one to do, especially in the PvP matchup, right? Where anything can happen incredibly quickly, like we saw in that previous game. Suddenly a Dark Shrine, and yep, alright, well, that's GG. That's it. That's done. A lot of, well, one of the matchup where RNG is one of the bigger factors here, I'd say. Maybe not RNG, but a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck. Human-generated RNG. Perhaps. Both these players just scooting around with those little probe mobiles in each other's main bases. There is that gateway research going up for both. And once again, both of them going for the Adepts right now. Last time we saw Hurricane getting the upper hand with his Adepts, of course, getting the better positioning. You always want to be near your opponent's base. Those Adepts not only great at just, you know what, killing off probes when you need to, but also a great force to get yourself sorted for scouting, right? Get the intel. Zest, there we go. No longer taking that risk. Will be going for the Stargate here. Looking to, well, not die as quickly. Against some kind of shenanigans. Pew! Right, Nexus coming down. Zest will be looking to get that sorted. A little bit slower on that Nexus there from Hurricane, but still in the way, of course. What were the second units created here? Okay, so we have 4 Adepts right now for Zest. Looks like he will be trying to get a little bit offensive with this one. 2 Adepts though, that is enough, and that probe just moved away from the main door. The Adepts might be able to get in here. Yes, they will, forcing a recall. That is absolutely massive. Let's see how many probes he still will be able to get though. 3 of them go down, 4 of them go down. Will it be 5? It will be 5. Will it be 6? Oh, missing the animation there a little bit. Could have gotten 6, but a little bit of a mix-up there. Starting to move before he actually had it all sorted already. Daniel Zo, 1987. Thank you for that follow. Hope you are enjoying the StarCraft 2 right here on the ITaX channel. A team completely dedicated to StarCraft 2, pretty much. Alright, that is another pylon going down. Trying to block off those Adepts right now. So getting himself sorted in that early game. 6 probes, that is ginormous. Looking at the work account lead right now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he got so close. How many is he gonna lose himself? 2? Okay, just 2. Status trap there. Does get cancelled out as well. 3 probes go down. Man, this is just... It's all going to ham in a biscuit. These Stalkers should intercept this other Adept right there. Okay, it already got killed. So not as many, actually. Oh my god, more adepts there for... oh my god, 5 more adepts go down. Hurricane suddenly with more adepts there in the probe line for Zest, killing probes. Killing more probes, 5 more probes, just like that, 11. Suddenly, you know what, Zest is like, I'm finally equalizing this a little bit, and loses more of his own stuff at home. That is definitely a rough one. Right, Robotech here on the way for Hurricane. Again, we're not seeing the Void Rays being used by these Korean Protoss players. Seems to be all the rage overall in Europe and A right now as well, but not quite as much for these Koreans here. Still sticking to the Blinkstalkers, the Immortals, the Zealot Archon armies compositions, right? Well, it was already established to work in these types of situations. Third base is being constructed now as well. I mean, this is kind of the power for Zest, right? He feels comfortable going for this quicker third base here. Ooh, shame that probe still got picked off. Trying to escape. Smart movements, but didn't quite work out there, unfortunately. A little bit of a juke. But yeah, again, I mean, you have to wonder, what is it that makes Hurricane feel uncomfortable taking that third base a little bit earlier, right? Zest, he didn't have as many workers, he was behind, and now all of a sudden, the worker count only a difference of 4. Even though there's about, yeah, there's 5 worker kills. Okay, I guess that is fair. Still 5 difference. But, still, I mean, Zest going for the quicker expansions again and again. Just a bit more confidence with these risks that he's taking, right? And it is a risk taking another third base, right? It always is a little bit of a risk. A lot of money just being spent trying to get yourself more money in the end, but it's going to be a period of time where you just don't have as much. Robotics facility and a robotics bay being added here by Zest, as the robotics bay already established here by Hurricane. There is his second robo facility as well. Conqueror 900, thank you for the follow as well, much appreciated, my man. Army supply of Hurricane not that incredibly different either. And yeah, sure, he got that robo bay rather early on, but he's not making use of it, right? He's not making disruptors, he's not making colossi or anything of that sort. He's not even getting upgrades right now from that thing. It's just sitting there. That's the sign that he wasted a little bit of money here. Alright, big force fields from both these players actually. That Immortal from Hurricane taking a long time to get on top of those Stalkers may be something that is very crucial to keep in mind here. Shield battery overcharge also working in the favor, of course, for Zest. There is the attack now moving backwards a little bit here for Hurricane, losing quite a bit of supply. The probes are being pulled though. Alright, let's see this Immortal. Only 1 kill on that Immortal. That is rather disturbing. Oracle right now in that third base though, forcing the recall. Hurricane, you know what? He should feel pretty comfortable killing off that many workers. 9 workers again getting picked off here. They lose 4 at home, so once again Zest, you know what, always having a little bit of a biting backwards. A bit of a force to still push with, but... Scary one. Scary one here. Hard to predict, honestly, what's going to happen. Zest still continuously just slightly behind, but overall just, you know what, with his overall star sense and the smaller risks that he is willing to make, finding himself in a good position here. Maybe making a little bit of a slightly better decision as well, right? Going for the Robo Bay a little bit later. Hurricane making it earlier, but not quite having a use for it just yet, right? So these type of small things looking a little bit cleaner here for Zest, which is why, even though he's losing more probes, he's still able to put himself in an absolute wonderful position here. There comes the War Prism already, though a lot of Stalkers here ready to help out. A War Bin available as well. Again, every single time. Zest is going to be ready with those warpings when he needs them. Oh, wait a moment. Hurricane, though, going for that 4th base. There we go. It's the first time we see Hurricane, I think, taking a base above the second one being taken earlier than that Zest is doing. So, what? Gotta give props to him. This is kind of what I was hoping he would do, right? So, here it is. Let's see if this will be working out for him. Both these players are going for the Blinkstalker Disruptor army. Of course, this is going to be a scary one. Very, very micro-intensive. Very volatile overall as well. Gonna make very decisive decisions. The wrong ones can cost your life very quickly as well. Rocks getting destroyed as Hurricane tries to move forwards here. Let's see, that's who throws the quicker Disruptor Novas. It will be Zest, I believe. Oh, jumping right on top of the Disruptors there. That was a blinking forward, but killing off so many Disruptors right now. Only having 2 remaining himself as well, so maybe still an opportunity here for Hurricane. Has that Warp Prism there as well, still remaining. Okay, what he is doing right now is pulling away from that location, trying to get Zest's army as far removed from that Warp Prism as possible. Even though there are still 4 Stalkers remaining, waiting, lurking for that Warp Prism to make a comeback happen here. Alright, in he commits into this location right now, into this 3rd base, without his knowing there is the Stalker army and Disruptors coming in from behind. Massive Disruptor hits though. The reinforcing Disruptors do manage to land those shots right there, and suddenly this is going really, really badly for Zest. Oh, actually I thought he could win that fight, but does recall the Dark Templars though. They are still doing rather a number on Zest's economy, so still definitely a victory there for Hurricane, even though he did pull backwards. 31 workers in total getting picked off right now. 12 of them were just picked off right then and there, thanks to the Dark Templars really, really carrying their weights. Disruptors here again, looking for this opportunity right here. Looking for those Stalkers. They did just blink away. We'll be ready again before those Disruptor shots will be able to land those Zealots now this time around. Oh, just having Disruptors here. Not the cleanest of way to deal with this. But, oh my dear lord. Did he just really do that? Did he just clean up every single one of those Zealots except for one? Without killing any of his own probes? That's impressive. That is thoroughly impressive. Great micro there by Zest. Nuts. Actually, not a single probe there. Crazy. That was very impressive. Alright, again, army supply lead going into Hurricane's favor. I mean, obviously, he has been doing a lot better here with the overall killing of probes. Okay, a bit of a quicker Disruptor shot there from Hurricane. Let's see who will be able to get it now. Oh, great targeting there. Big blink forwards. Oh my god, there we are. That's the connection that you're hoping for. How many Disruptor shots? He should have more of them remaining here. Might feel uncomfortable pushing further forwards into that ramp area, as that is going to be very difficult. Any further Disruptor shots from Zest are gonna go up very, very quickly in the potential to make connections there. As another base is being secured here by Hurricane. I'm loving that. He's staying aggressive here as well. Trying to find those meaty hits, as Orsak is calling it as well. It's a good way to put it. Looking for those connections. On the left side now as well. More Disruptors right there on the left side. And on the right side, mostly Stalkers for Zest. Trying to force this army backwards again and again. Picking off Disruptors wherever he can. Ooh, okay, there we go. Blinking further backwards. And now opening up the second side here. Hurricane coming in, of course, being the aggressor, but being spotted by the observer. Zest will be able to shoot out that Disruptor shot first. Nice dodge there with the Stalkers again. Ooh. That's an okay shot there from Zest. Oh, going up into the base right now. Targeting down all of the Disruptors. One more remains. Will be able to get a massive shot, actually, on most of the Disruptors there from Hurricane. So losing those ones. And losing this entire fight right now on the left side as well. Still trying to commit, but doesn't look like he will be able to get it done. and sort it with. May want to consider using that disruptor. Oh, dear lord, he doesn't have it available. Great targeting there by Zest. Suddenly, with some good control. And great disruptor Novas will be able to win both those sides. And Hurricane moving backwards to lick his wound. Zest. He's coming again. He's coming. He's looking to deny this this advantage in bases. Those Zealots should do okay against the Stalkers, though. As long as the micro Zest is not impeccable, of course. Alright, fights on both sides right here. Disruptors. Ooh, getting okay connections, but nice denying that, especially from Hurricane, and making great use of his economic advantage here. Just being able to reinforce a lot quicker, especially with the defender's advantage, of course, as well. And holds on against the counterattack of Zest here. Zest will be able to get himself a 5th base in production. But of course, already a 6th base here for Hurricane. Already set up and mining right now. 181 army supply overall versus 140. But Zest not making it look like that, you know, what overall amount is actually happening right here in the game. Making it look a lot closer than that it may seem in the overall numbers right now. Army supply in particular really helping out with this. A lot of Dark Templars right now. You remember these, Zest? You know these Dark Templars? That's right. We can use them against you as well. We're Protoss, man. Oh my dear lord, that's a lot of stuff. That Nexus goes down as quickly as the Planetary would. Whenever Zest manages to do this against any type of Terran, and actually those Dark Templars really doing a number right now on the Stalker army too. The GG is called just like that. Hurricane comes in with a decisive blow, being able to stop that top right side. And holy moly. Hurricane doing a number there onto Zest, and wonderful job. A wonderful job. That is now... That's now 3 games in favor for Hurricane. Am I going crazy? That was game number 4, right? Let's see. Let me recount. We had an initial game on Eternal Empire, then Everdream, then Isenchrome, and then Death Aura. Yeah. We have ourselves a match point here for Hurricane. Is Hurricane going to be able to 4-1 Zest right now in this PvP? Are we not only seeing Hurricane 3-0ing Cure, 3-0ing TY, beating DRG, and now taking down Zest, potentially, in a 4-1? Hurricane, my man, he is on absolute fire right now. And even if he doesn't win this series straight up in a 4-1, even if he doesn't win this series right now, he's giving Zest such an incredible run for his money. It is insanity. It is insanity. He 2-0'd Serral, remember? That is true. That is true. He's on absolute fire right now. In the top right side, that blue Protoss fighting for Team LP. He is Hurricane. His opponent, he needs to step it up a notch. He is in a lot of trouble right now. The red Protoss from Team Razor Edge Gaming. He is Zest. Okay. Okay. Ursek also with the follow. My appreciations to you. SF Granis as well, coming in with that follow. That's awesome, guys. Awesome to see you joining the Alpha X followers. The one true savior, Alpha X, will deliver plenty of StarCraft 2 games. Zest this time around. A role reversal. Blocking that Nexus this time around. Saw that happen in the previous game, of course, with Hurricane doing this to Zest. With that pylon right there. Zest did go for a single gate here, didn't he? Did go for a single gate. Does get scouted by Hurricane. He still goes for his own double gate. So, could this be danger? Could this be... I mean, honestly, at this moment in time, as Hurricane, I might want Zest to go for that Nexus. But shield batteries, though. Ooh. Okay, still gets the pylon block there as well. So, Zest here has to try and find a different way to deal with this. What if he just proxies the Stargate right here? Oh, that would make my day. It would not work in any way or shape or form, but it would be quite funny. It would be quite funny to me. Alright, so both of these players going for the Stalkers this time around. Want to clean up those pylons as quickly as possible. Of course, that's only going to have a single Stalker here. And there is the Stargate. I like it. I like it a lot. We'd love to see a couple of Void Rays being mixed in here to really facilitate a bit more overall staying power. In case Hurricane does decide to push across the map here with those Stalkers. As he does have double Stalker production, of course, versus single Stalker production. There's a shield battery as well now being entered in. But nonetheless, Hurricane definitely should try to make something work here with these increased Stalker numbers, right? He needs to get himself across the map here and see what he can get done. 4 Stalkers versus only 2. That's a big advantage. Wait, he only has 3? Did he not make a 4th? Is he keeping one at home? Am I missing one? No, it's only 3. Okay, well, that's not as big of an advantage with that shield battery there. Zest did go for the Oracle here as first unit, so... Not gonna have as much staying power there in that sense. Still pretty darn solid. Gateway blocking here. Nice play there by Zest. Keeping in mind that a couple of Oracles could have been made as well, and just, or I mean, Adepts. Alright, full Stalkers. A pylon as well being dropped down by Hurricane here. Wonder what he wants to go for now. Oh, that Stalker on the wrong side of the wall. One more Stalker. Okay, there is that one Stalker, I believe. Maybe he just warped that in as well. A lot of Stalkers coming across the field here. We do, in fact, have that triple gateway and a Robo available for Hurricane. So he's going to be banking it here. He wants to finish this off. Zest did make the Void Ray, though, getting himself another Void Ray as quickly as possible here. He has the triple gate as well. This is a race against time right now. And Hurricane, he does have that Warp Prism micro potential. Needs to start using it. There we go. Not sure what he's trying to target. Okay, it will be the Void Ray. The Void Ray goes down, in fact. Oh, my dear lord, that is a big deal there. Oh, the pylon gets knocked out as well. That is 2 gateways not producing right now, and the shield battery is done and dusted as well at this moment in time. Will not be able to contribute. Another pylon is about to be ready though, but that cyber core is getting dangerously low. Only Zealots at that point in time, and we already have 3 sentries available for Hurricane, so force field magic might still be a thing. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of investments into those pylons. So remaking 3 pylons here, of course, is going to cost him as well in the overall army unit numbers. Trying to gun down those gateways, make it a bit easier for him to try and take a fight here. Nice micro overall with that Warp Prism. Needs to watch out. The Warp Prism suddenly getting targeted down. That does get killed off. That's a big deal. There is still a pylon there as well, of course, but a lot of the micro potential now being denied. Shield battery overcharge about to run dry for Zest as well, though. It's not over yet, guys. This could still go into the favor here for either of these players. More shield batteries getting thrown down as Zest is realizing how much of an investment this is. But the Zealots get on top of the Stalkers. No force fields were used there. And now the Void Rays taking that momentum and being able to take it home. GG is called. Hurricane has to tap out there. And Zest takes game number 5. Game number 5. Alright. Coming back, perhaps, is he. Zest with a, you know what, first game out of 3 that he will need to win. Only 2 games remaining there. Sounds a lot more doable than winning 3 games in a row. Maybe. It might happen, guys. It might just happen. Maybe Hurricane, once again, getting a little bit nervous here, perhaps. But it is PvP after all. You got 2 chances to win in the PvP. I mean, that seems like some pretty reasonable odds here. Hurricane. Can he do it? Can he get another one of these massive names on his list added of recent victories? Just become the new bourgeois of Protoss. Well, I'd say that's a different type of thing, right? Can he be the GOAT? That's probably the better term. Bourgeois is really if you've been the best for a really long time, right? So don't want to go that far just yet. Don't want to go that far just yet. Alright. Game number 6. Game number 6 here. These 2 players both looking to take it, of course. Hurricane 2 owed Cyril? Yeah. That's the word on the streets, Isaac. That's the word on the streets. And with the scores updated, let's introduce these players again here in the bottom right side on match point. The blue Protoss fighting for Team LP. He is Hurricane. Bottom left side, that red Protoss player fighting for the Raise Your Edge Gamers. He is Zest. I'm not completely sure actually what happens with the Hurricane versus Cyril matches. I did miss those, unfortunately. People were to be so kind to tell us what exactly happens. I am Kato. Ah, okay, okay. Really doesn't want to get this gas blocked right now. Is Estes trying? It's kind of funny. Funny moment in time. Oh, are we going to get the rule reversal right now on this side? Ah, no, Estes is going to take it immediately. Being like, whoop, what? No, that's not going to happen. Coming back in again. Needs to know whether or not that second gas has been taken, of course. Very important to see. Alright. Again, the single gateway here from Zest. This time around, though, Hurricane not committing to any type of attack, though. Seeing this single gateway work out this well for Zest continuously, even with Hurricane going for the committal, right? Triple gateway, Robo, all the way going for the offensive. Zest managing to hold it off with the single gateway there. Did have to incorporate a bit of the Void Ray action as well, but in the end, I mean, if you can make that work, we might see a little bit of a switch up away from the double gateway opening here. Even making a full wall off right now is Zest. Wondering if this is an indicator that he wants to start taking the bottom side. Yeah, he does. Alright, so starting to mine that out right now. There's no real tech committal just yet from Hurricane. Okay, there we go. There is the Twilight Council now being constructed. Wants to keep that probe away from getting the scout off here, of course. We'll be able to do so. Two gates, 3 gates, actually. With the Twilight. Alright. Alright. Well, you guys know my idea about it. I think the Void Ray is still a little bit superior right now. In particular. Thank you, Spicy Crab, for that follow. But, I mean, even if I do say the Void Ray feels a little bit the superior unit right now in the PvP matchup, these Korean Protosses, they're doing different things, so I might have to reconsider this statement. Although, sometimes, you know, it does seem like the Korean scene is a little bit slower with just catching up with whatever the new the meta will be. They have been incorporating Void Rays overall, though, and I mean, Zest, he is a creative fella, so he should be one of the players that, if it should become a thing, right, he should be one of the people to keep an eye out for. If he's doing it, then you know it's going to be incredibly good. You know it's going to be a staple meta switch-up. So far, really, not that much of a Void Ray committal. Only when he was in a pinch and he needed units for the defensive side of things, right? He went for them. And they worked out great in that sense. What matchup is EU using Voids in? Well, it's actually not just EU. I suppose this are stats as well, using it a couple of times in the PVT, right? PVT, you do it sometimes with the proxy, even PVZ as well, proxy sometimes. We saw today as well Zest using it in the Zerg matchup actually as well, so mostly what I'm referring about in that statement I mentioned before is in the PvP matchup. To me, it feels like it's also a really strong unit. But yeah, we're seeing them in all the matchups right now. But yeah, I mean, Max Pax as well. One of the players actually that very much enjoys the Void Ray, as well as Goblin, right? A lot of PvPs are just big Void Ray battles right now, but then mostly off of the one base as well. Yeah, a lot of proxying as well. But Zest actually today, that wasn't in a proxy versus solo. That was actually straight up just going for the Void Rays. We do see that sometimes anyway, right? For the versus the Corruptor play, you want to get yourself a couple of Void Rays. Not just proxy. Yeah, for sure. Like they're definitely getting mixed in here and there, and it's a good thing to see, you know, seeing units being used overall. I think though, personally, we might be seeing them a bit more often as well in the PvP matchup. It's surprising to me that we're not seeing it as much in this PvP matchup. Because Void Rays there are just so incredibly good against those Stalkers. I know with a good blink underneath you will be able to take him down, but still. Anyone built Tempest yet? Actually, I did see some Tempest, yes. With the upgrade as well. Let me think back on what it was. It wasn't like a real super high-end Pro series, I believe. It was, what was it again? It was a little open cup, I believe. Oh, right, yeah. It was like a little Dutch tournament, right? For the community of the Dutch people. I saw the upgraded Tempest there, and honestly, they looked very, very tough. They look very, very tough, but I haven't seen them actually being used yet in any other matchup. It's a good upgrade though to get, I would say, right? So if you want to consider using Tempest in the PvZ matchup, I believe the same amount of Tempest that one-shot a Corruptor, now one-shot a Spore Crawler, I believe that is, or two-shot. So that makes a lot of sense right now. And it's nice because a lot of the Zerg, of course, like to go for a big Spore Crawler play. And if those Spore Crawlers go down before they can run away, that's always good. Ooh, nice dodge there by Zest. Dodging and weaving. Making an opening for that Disruptor Ball, not to catch, you know, the maximum amount of damage. Dark Templar, though. Dark Templar ready to come into that natural base. There is one single cannon. But, you know what, there's not that much close by. Let's see if the gateways are ready to warp in. Ooh, tagging over here. Alright. Stalkers from Zest coming into the top side of things. The War Prism coming in as well at the same time. A lot of stuff happening here. Targeting down that cannon right now. The Stalkers right on top of this army. Also the Natural. Both of the Naturals right now under a little bit of pressure. The Dark Templars, though, seeming like they will be able to get a little bit more done. Where are the Observers? Right here. Zest, the Stalkers did get pushed out. That is a dead Nexus right now. Where are your Observers? It's right over here. Okay, gets the tag on the Dark Templar, but that's just a temporary band-aid. Needs to get himself a couple more Observers. He has 2 Robos. He has the gas. Losing the Nexus there. That is a big deal. And now Hurricane coming in from the bottom side here, looking to apply some more pressure. Maybe force some trades, and I mean, as long as they keep trading equally here, he should have the benefit, right? Because he has the better economy now. Oh boy. Well, no, if that happens. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Disruptors, man. Disruptors. Oh my dear lord. Coming in again here with those DTs. Not quite being able to do anything this time around. The Oracle Revelation being able to help out quite a bit there. And okay, wait a moment. Okay, I mean, Zest going in with his own Dark Templars right now, but there's 2 cannons here. Haha, take that. Interesting stuff. Okay, and also here on the top side, Hurricane coming in from the backside right now. Rather interesting moment in time. Okay, there is that. Oh, it's massive. 3 Disruptors just like that, gone. Absolutely destroyed. He should better be overcharged over here as well, but this is going to be another dead Nexus. Those Disruptors right now, absolutely lovely zoning happening, and great force fields as well, forcing those Disruptors away. Oh my dear lord, this might be a game-ending move here by Hurricane. Is he going to do another recall here? Great Disruptor hit. Is he doing the recall? Getting the Disruptor as well. He might lose this force, but he killed off so many probes right now. Oh my dear lord, Hurricane, you absolute mad beast of a Protoss player. Holy moly. Coming in again with Dark Templars here on the top side as well. Where did it come from? We don't even know. It's just here again, killing off more probes. Stalkers coming in as well on this side again. Zest is being pulled apart. He's like, alright, well, at least my right side is safe now. Wrong. In he comes again. Hurricane with a right, with a left. Slapping some Stalker nerds down, and well, Zest is in a lot of trouble right now. 51 army supply versus 71. He is coming in on the top side right there, looking for a base trade perhaps. No, coming in from the backside. Okay, we'll try to get the kill on this army here. Oh, reasonable Disruptor shot. There we go. Needs a couple more though. That one is good. Yeah, are there no Observers here? There's no Observers for Hurricane. Oh my dear lord, he's getting shot down by the Dark Templar right now. There is a cannon here though, so Zest, his momentum will be stopped right there. But ultimately, I mean, he doesn't have that much momentum to begin with, right? 52 workers right here. Hurricane though, may want to consider taking another base. He's a bit oversaturated on a lot of these bases. Luckily for him, Zest opened up the front door, so he will be able to get out of there. Escape. More Stalkers blinking in from the natural base. Is that Dark Templar, though, getting the immediate scout. There's an Observer coming in as well, though. 1 kill. 2 kill. 3 kill. Okay, well, Hurricane didn't learn his lesson, apparently. Again, committing there without an Observer. Might get quite heavily punished, but alright, trying it anyway. Coming in again here without an Observer. He's gonna learn his lesson at some point, right? He's using Dark Templars too. He knows this unit exists, but alright, more probes going down here. The natural base, once again, not gonna have any mining going on here. Oh, Disruptor 1 gets taken out. Disruptor 2 gets taken out. Zest suddenly here, making quite a play, finding a lot of potential here. And now this base is under a lot of pressure. Zest still with a pretty darn good army, guys. So remember that. Okay, that's the rest of the army of Hurricane, though. Army supply of Zest actually melting away right now. Oh my dear lord, that's going quick. The probes are dying off as well. More of the DT harassment in Zest's base. And Hurricane takes game number 6. And he will be able to take down Zest as well in quite a fashion. 4-2. GG. The victory goes to Hurricane with one hell of a day. One hell of a series. And continuously just showing that he's one hell of a player. Taking out Cure 3-0. Taking out Zest 4-2. What a man. What a man. What a man. What a StarCraft 2 man. Alright. Lovely stuff there. Congratulations to him, guys. That is the StarCraft 2 compartment of this stream. We are going to continue onwards, but we're going to be playing a little bit of Total War 3 Kingdoms right now. I hope. I'm gonna quickly try and get that booted up right now. And get this started here for us. It was a bit of a scramble trying to get everything installed this morning, but I think I did it. I hope I did it. Fingers crossed. GG's anyway there by Hurricane. Man, oh man, that was something else. Alright. Alright, let me get this booted up, guys. As this is booting up, I'm quickly gonna go to the toilet, so I hope that you will stick around for us here. And I hope that, you know what, you will consider taking, you know what, buying Total War 3 Kingdoms as well. It's a great game. All the Total War games really are fantastic. If you already love Total War or you want to try it out, this is a good opportunity to do so. Because if you buy it through the link, you're going to be supporting ITaX StarCraft 2 team as well. So we would very much appreciate it. And it would show those sponsors, you know what, that we are a pretty good investment. Hurricane, yeah, let's hope... hope his form holds up in the GSL. Yeah, he is definitely somebody to look out for. He looks in form right now. He looks like he is on fire continuously. And I am thoroughly impressed right now. Honestly, who was not expecting Hurricane to do this well overall. Alright, this is booting up, guys. I'm going to go to the toilet real quick. I'll be right back. See you in a second. And, yeah, see you soon. Total War coming up.